Hello everyone, welcome in, welcome. Two streams in one day, what's this all about? Here we go. Obviously we streamed a little bit early on today because it is FM23 release day. Welcome, I'm sure everyone's had a lovely day, getting their presents opened and everything, and I hope Football Manager Santa was good to you. So, game's out. We streamed this afternoon to start the British Steel Challenge. Apologies that we didn't do it sort of just tonight, but I figured there's a bit of spare time, so let's go on and get on and do that. We have a team. I have a croaky voice as well. I'll be honest, I have a croaky voice. We did FMT live last night as well in Nottingham. We'll talk about that tonight, by the way. But yeah, we did that last night, so a little bit of a croaky voice still. But we have a team. We are Banbridge Town in the Lough41 Premier Intermediate League in Northern Ireland. Because, of course, we are. Here we go then. This is where we are. We're just going to wait for this little thing to pull through. There we go. Did Tony make a mistake turning down Swansea Uni? That's the first question. Okay, so we are here. We are Banbridge Town in Northern Ireland. Okay, now the reason that Rogie has already started putting that in the chat there, we actually got offered the Swansea University job. Okay, now Swansea University, okay, just so that you're aware, okay, is obviously a university team. Fraser's in the chat there. He's got the uni job. Excellent. Did you get... Now, look, I mean, the lovely kits. Very, very lovely kits indeed. I'll give you that. But they weren't going to offer us any money. Like, we were literally working for free. So the chance of us getting a job beyond amateur status as well in the Cymru South was going to be quite tricky. We weren't going to earn any money, so we're literally going to sort of be putting ourselves through university, so we'd have to take a student loan out to actually take our own job, which I found a bit strange, personally. I'm sorry, I just choked there a little bit. Sorry. So that the league is ranked 178th. 177th is where the Northern Ireland League is. Not money orientated, Keith, I must admit, but Mrs. J, she'd be pissed off if I said I've got a job in Swansea, we're not getting paid. Like, do you know what I mean? So I don't even think we got free coffee in the canteen. No, I don't think so, Rebellious. I don't think it was a thing. I think it was literally just a case of, right, you can have the job, that's fine, but it's just, it's just not gonna. Like, it's just not going to, we're not going to do anything. So she wanted to go for the Fresh Week. She did actually. Yeah, she wanted me to go for Freshers Week, which, to be fair, would have been quite a laugh, to be honest. You got two sports scientists. Of course you have, because you're a university. It's a university, Fraser. Everyone's got sports scientists. This is we haven't got sports scientists in Northern Ireland, to be honest. We've got nobody in sports science. We have a physio. We have no scouts. We have two coaches who aren't very good, really. I guess they're not particularly brilliant. Yeah, we're way below the averages in the league here. We are expected to finish near the bottom as well. Let's be honest. We'll tell you this. Probably no real surprise, really. There you go. We actually we were expected to finish 11th early on. We're now expected to finish 12th. So things have taken a turn for the worst. We're currently 200 to 1 to win the league. We will rest our voice. I'll just get some sleep tonight, to be honest. I'll see. As I say, it was just that thing of obviously trying to get just a lot of chatting last night, a lot of chatting and a lot of beer. So that was the problem. And then obviously not enough water to sort of like re-lubricate my vocal cords today. So but it'll be fine. I'll have a bit of sleep tonight and we'll be alright. We'll be back to normal. So but this is where we are though. This is us. So this is the third tier of Northern Irish football. Okay, we obviously have to get promoted, so there is already this is what we're going to do in terms of building this story right now. So the Cymru North and South, there's only one promotion spot. Okay, so Swansea Uni, we're expecting us to finish third. Okay, in the top three. So already that's pressure for me. Okay, I don't think we don't do well with pressure in this stream. We know that. Okay, we know that the game's just come out and it's just been updated. We know the fact that SI have said the match engine hasn't been updated, and we know that for a fact that there's still a bit of an issue with board confidence. So I don't think that going to Swansea Uni was the right choice just now, because if we didn't get top three, we'd get sacked, right? And then we'd be stuck in Cymru South. What we've done here is we've come into Northern Ireland, Division 3. Okay, so there's 2 spots for promotion, so there's obviously the title and a playoff, right? Now, as you know, in order to get a title, to get a trophy, we just have to get promoted. Okay, so yes, we're expected to finish bottom. That's fine, but we could move to another club and get promoted. It is possible. There's also 4 trophies to play for in this league as well. Okay, so if you have a look here at our schedule, we've got the Bet McLean Cup first round, we've got the Mid-Ulster Cup, we've got the Intermediate Cup and the Northern Irish Cup. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win any of them this year, but we've already got a potential of 5 trophies. So, you know, let's at least try that. Obviously, the fact that we're in the third division would mean we're unlikely to do very well in those tournaments, but let's at least have a go. We've already lost a testimonial match in our opening fixture for a player who's a player and a physio for us. We lost 1-0 against the Windmill Stars in a match that we dominated. We beat Rosario, not Argentinian Rosario, just a Rosario in Northern Ireland. Chris Gorman, how do we decide what team to start with? We started. So this challenge basically, Chris, is that you have to win every title and every trophy in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Okay, now we started unemployed, no badges, no experience. So we interviewed for jobs. We interviewed for Banbridge here, we interviewed for Swansea Uni, and we interviewed for it was a team Dundela we interviewed for as well, actually, in the league above. Now, didn't get those jobs obviously, but we did get offered the Swansea job and the Banbridge job. So Banbridge, so we took Banbridge because we figured that was going to be a much more interesting way into this, to be honest. So there's 12 teams in the league. We obviously play ourselves through, so we didn't simulate anything. No, it's just literally straight. We just literally loaded the game up and we've gone straight in. In terms of leagues that we've still got loaded in as well. Now, this is where we're going to be playing with. So this is the first port of call, right, is going to be this. So England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, obviously. Now, Spain, France and Germany we've loaded up as well, and Italy. We haven't got the kits in just yet. We'll do that a bit later. I went to go and get the kids from school, so that was slightly more important than getting the Banbridge kit in tonight. Did you simulate? Sorry, Fraser says, "Excuse me, when you speak of my team, can I insist that you now refer them by their full name, the mighty Swansea Unit?" Yes, of course, Fraser. That's completely my mistake. Yes, I should be doing that. It's terribly disrespectful of me to to not do that. So yes, 100% agree. The mighty Swansea Uni are the team to look out for, to be honest. So that's where we are. This is obviously where it's going to start. Very much looking forward to it. Very excited to get into it. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a long, daunting challenge that's probably not going to be... It's not going to be easy, is it? It's not going to be easy at all. We're not going to do... Well, I would say we're not going to do well. We're just going to go for it, right? We're going to go for it, and it'll be whatever it is, you know? It'll be whatever it is. I'm sure it'll be fine. So, Ropper's in. Look at that. 12 months, Ropper. Dropping the sub. A year. An absolute year, Ropper. What a year we've had, eh? What a year we've had. Let's be honest, you're not going to make it. I love you. I appreciate the honesty. Scolari says, I can't leave my beta save yet after leaving Doncaster. I need to get Luton up to the Premier League. Nice, actually. Very nice. Chris says, awesome. They're responding. Love the podcast as well, by the way. No, appreciate that, Chris. New episode out tomorrow. So, if everyone has enjoyed the podcast, thank you very much for that. Lulu Booster have had a rummage in Santa's sack and opened a much improved Matt Gengin Chaos Ball. Extra tackles, extra striker ball control, goal celebrations. Well pleased. Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds lovely. I think that's not too dissimilar to what we've got, actually. I like the fact that we've got Chaos Ball, to be honest. What time is the podcast out? After 4, maybe? It depends upon how soon producer Steve can get it edited, really. So he's the man who's twiddling the knobs. So if he gets it out early, he gets it out early. If he doesn't, he doesn't. There's a bit of stuff for Totally Football, I think, that got done today, so I don't think he's going to be having to do any of that today as well, and tomorrow as well. So theoretically it should be out around about 4ish, 4 to 5 o'clock tends to be the time we get the podcasts out. Not going to tell you anything about it tomorrow, but it's going to be a good one. We're going to keep the standard pitch dimensions because we're in the lower leagues, so we're going to keep that pitch nice and compact, because we are, of course, playing Route 1 442. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? There's no other way to do it. Evening, get us as well, by the way. Welcome in. It's nice to see you here, of course. A15's in as well. Now, I don't know. Right, okay, here's the first thing. It's Giza Dre's in as well, by the way. Welcome, Giza Dre. And Jesper as well, which is lovely. RC's asked, is this stream 1, therefore was this afternoon's stream 0? It's good question. Good question, actually. This is potentially, yeah, that probably would be stream 0, I suppose, if you think about it. So, here's a question. First of all, chat, right? Get yourselves involved here. Sean Croskery could potentially be coming in. Okay, we like him. He isn't going to cost us anything because we can't, pay for players. But he is going to cost us £20 every time he plays for us. So, is he going to be worth that expense? I think other players. I'm just going to check that other players do have that sort of contract as well. Oh, yeah, fine, right. £20 a week is £20 appearance is about right. So in comes Shea Croskery. We probably don't need a right winger per se, but we have got a player in. Look at that already. Already we've got a player. Shea Croskery, crossing 9, dribbling 7, technique 12. I mean, this is a fucking baller for our division. As you'll see in a minute when we show you some of the players, because obviously you've not seen the players yet unless you were here this morning. So this is the team that we've got, right? This is what the squad looks like. So here's Lewis Hunter, our goalkeeper. Handling of 10, reflexes of 14 is pretty good. It's pretty good. Leadership of 14, determination of 13, eccentricity 5. So that's okay. Right, one-on-ones are 7. That's not brilliant, but he'd probably be okay. Jumping reach of 8, composure's 4, his vision's 5, so he's not going to be able to distribute the ball particularly well, but we don't necessarily need him to do that. We just need him to get it out quickly, so that could be all right. Backup goalkeeper, 6'6", Joshua Hannon, handling of 11, reflexes of 11. Okay, so that's positive. We can do something with that, presumably. And then Ross Mattia is the second backup goalkeeper, I should say, sorry. Handling of 2. I don't think we're going to keep him. I don't think he's going to play much for us, to be honest. If he's handling is 2. Aerial reach 13. He will drop it though. He will drop it. So there you go. Currently right back is Adam Campbell, who is just a standard fullback, to be honest. I missed this. I mean, as a compliment, your streams are way better when you're a crap team. Yeah, I completely agree, Fraser. I completely agree. I didn't enjoy Arsenal. I didn't want to do it, but I had to do it because it's the beta. Like, you've got to kind of do like a big team to get people in to watch. But I don't really enjoy it because I don't enjoy that kind of football anyway. This is more me. This is us. This is us as a stream, isn't it? You know, we all sit there, doing this, this terrible, grim football with really bad players. This is us. This is us. This is what we do. So Adam Campbell's our right back. Okay, our left back is this lad here, Graham Edgar. Now he can play left back and he can play defensive mid as well. So interesting. We'll maybe switch between working out which one's which. So he's currently playing left back, but look at this, dribbling of 1 and crossing of 1. So it's a left back and not a left wing back, clearly. I might just be my own thoughts, but doing a big beater doing a big team in the beater just sets yourself up to fail. The beater should have fun, piss about period before your big save. 100% Rogie. This is the thing. This is why I don't get too fussed with the teams. Like, everyone makes this big thing of, oh, you get sacked in the beater. So it's not a problem. Like, I'm not looking to get invested in a save, so it doesn't really matter. So get in there, try some stuff out, just work out what the match engine is doing, and then like you guys can see a few players that you recognise, and then we're fine. We can then scratch it off and go back in again. Did we do Journeyman FM22? Yes, we did technically, and we started off doing a Build a Nation in Indonesia. That was our first save, and then the last sort of part of it was technically a Journeyman. Really, we started. It was called the Story Hunter, we called it, wasn't it? So it was Brackley, York, Bolton, Norwich. So yeah, we got there. Defensively, we've got Dylan Snodden, who's a young centre back. Looks pretty decent to us. Evening, Dan FM. Welcome in, mate. Pleasure to see you. So heading of 12, jumping reach of 5. So he does diving headers, I think, this centre-half. He's not bothered about getting up in the air, but he will get a header, but as long as it's just here. You know. So he's our best defender. So that gives you an idea of what we're playing with. Kevin Anderson's also been playing. Now, he's not very good. Right, he's not very good. Even in pre-season, okay? Even in pre-season, even in Dark Rift Horror Films, how are you? Welcome. Nice to see you in, by the way. It's a pleasure to have you back in. Just there, by the way, that's my brother and sister-in-law's film company. So if you are looking for some scary games, then go and drop them a follow. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. This is Kevin Anderson. He's not particularly good. He's not particularly good at all. He's got acceleration of 4. He can jump, but he can't head the ball. So again, he's fucking useless, really. And he's 35, so we need a new centre-half. That's the first thing. Mark that in your heads, folks, right? We need a centre-half and a right-back. So we've got these guys in here. So Kevin McGinley has come in on trial. He looks decent enough, but again, still not brilliant. But again, remember, we are having, in this league environment, players aren't going to be that good. Robert McNulty, again, he's a 3-star player for us, but again, he just can't head the ball. He's got a 4 and he's got an 8. Is this me? Like, I don't like heading the ball. Free kick taking of 1's fine, it's not a problem, but his tackling's 5. He's like, this is not work rate of 4. Like, I mean, come on. This is pretty poor. Even for like 3rd division in Northern Ireland standards, these are pretty poor players. So Sean OG Gallagher, the OG, he is one of our good players. He's a guy who's going to be playing central midfield for us. He can pass the ball. He's got a bit of vision. He's going to be all right. Determined, good work rate. He'll be fine. Plus, Rogie used him last year as well, so we know how good he is. Gavin Conn is a backup player, but again, can play in a few positions for us, so he might be quite useful. But again, just not brilliant. Marking of 7, tackling of 7, work rate of 5, teamwork of 4, off the ball 3, heading 5. It's not good, is it? It's really not good. Remember that defender had a jumping reach of 1 back in Indonesia. Oh, Dan, these players could play in Indonesia quite happily, right? And they wouldn't stand out either. That's the problem. Chris McMahon is a leader apparently in midfield, but again, probably more of a backup, I think, to be honest. O'Sheen Nix, again, is a backup player. But look at that, passing of 14 in this division. What's he doing? With a passing of 14? No idea. And a first touch of 10. Composure 12. He's like actually a baller. Chris Cowan looks pretty good. Vision of 12. First touch of 12. Acceleration of 14. A little bit of magic in the midfield there. James Clark is going to be a backup player, we think, already. Michael McCavitt is a good player. He is wanted as well, by the way, so we probably will end up losing him. Shame we can't sign Kieran Curran. I mean, that would be, he'd be amazing in this universe, wouldn't he? To be honest, I completely agree, actually, Chunder. So here's McCavitt, passing 11, off the ball 11, determination 13. He is wanted by Port Stewart, who are in the same division. So we might struggle to keep him because everyone's on non-contracts as well. So basically, if an offer comes in, these players leave. Right, that's also a thing as well. If you've not done this sort of save before, the players just walk out the door. And it's like, doesn't matter if you can't replace them. They're gone. Like, just got to deal with it. Ryan Gawley is probably a backup player, to be honest. Early doors question, do we win anything this season? The answer's no. People are very confident that it's going to be a no. Bless the one person who said, yes, we will win something. And that wasn't me, actually. That wasn't me. I didn't even vote on this. But I appreciate the one person who has some misguided faith in me. Here's Connor Downey. He's the guy who had the testimonial match. As I say, 32-year-old physio/midfielder. So, a versatile player, clearly. Crossing of 9, though. So he's decent. Finishing of 10. Yeah, we're getting into sort of real things right now. Rui Alves is clearly lost. Portuguese player in Northern Ireland here. 12 for determination, 10 for dribbling, 6 for crossing, Acceleration's reasonable. In comes Shaughnessy. Welcome in, Shaughnessy. Nice to see you. Appreciate the sub, my man. Very kind indeed. Thank you for that. And also, yes, appreciate you coming down to, or coming up, I should say, sorry, to FMT Live yesterday. It was much appreciated. It was great. It was genuinely lovely to see everyone to sort of like chill and hang out and get the FM community together, or at least a section of it together to meet up. It was a lot of fun. How was the head this morning? I hope you had a relatively hangover-free morning. So, do we have an injury? If you have an injury, does your player physio run off, grab the physio bag and run on? I think he probably does, actually. I think he must do that for it. That's a good point. I wonder if the game's worked that out. I don't think it has. Here's Darren McGrath, 32 years old, 14 for finishing. Lethal, apparently. I said this afternoon. Lethal, he scored 1 goal from the penalty spot. It's 32. Stephen McCavitt, though, again, good player. He looks like a very, very good player. 11 for finishing, 12 for acceleration. Off the ball is 11. So again, he knows what to do with things. So he's going to be one of our better players as well. And then Niall Cassidy, we quite like the look of as well. Finishing of 12. Acceleration, fit, off the ball. He's got leadership as well. He's only 22, so we might keep him and use him. But we speak of Indonesia. Look at this. No word of a lie. We have taken an Indonesian player on trial. Our scouts found him straight away and went, this guy's been playing in Northern Ireland. Because of course he has. He's been playing in Dungannon. But unfortunately, he wants too much money and won't sign for us. That would have been a fantastic piece of narrative straight out the box. Get ourselves an Indonesian player. But yeah, sadly, not happening. Shawnee says, head was all right. The stomach acid reflux has caused you issues. Ooh, dear. Yeah, that's going to repeat on you a little bit. You don't need that. Keith's asking there, when he said win, does he mean a match? Yeah, I mean, you know what? If we win a match, I'll be happy. I'll be happy with that. So it's all just one step at a time, innit? One step at a time. This is a long, long save, right? This is a long save, okay? There will be seconds. There will be moments of joy. There will be moments of not so much joy, right? None of it really matters, okay? With this challenge is not going to be decided this season, okay? This challenge is not going to be decided this season. So we will see where it goes. This is very much us entering the fray here. So I think we're going to be in for fun. The only journalist in Banbridge, by the way, now hates us. He has a hatred of us. So this is quite awkward, to be honest, that he's not a fan of us already. And this is our expectations, by the way. Expectations: avoid relegation. That's all we've got to do in this save. Avoid relegation. I think I can just about do that. That's my jam, right? That is my jam, just to avoid relegations. I'll just do that. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll just avoid the relegations, right? Be competitive in the Northern Irish Cup, be competitive in the Bet McLean Cup, be competitive in the Middlesbrough Cup, and be competitive in the Intermediate Cup as well. 5 years down the line, they just still want us to be established in the division. So it's not like they're a club with a massive amount of sort of like ambition. This is the makeup of the fans. 27% are core, but then 32% is a family club. It's a family club. You know, take your family down there. That's lovely. Then there's 26% of casuals, and then the fair weather fans. 7% of fair weather fans. Social media's boomed, by the way, because at first there was 600 people following on social media. Now it's 1.9 thousand. It's not true actually, because we did follow them on Twitter earlier on today, and their current Twitter followers they're actually playing right now, I believe. So currently on Twitter they've got 4,101 followers. So there you go. So we're slightly out, but there you go. That's what's currently happening over there. And last match they played, they actually beat East Belfast 1-0. So there you go. In real life they have won, but in real life they're also doing rather poorly. So fans are okay with how things are going at the minute. We'll obviously, let's say, we're looking for a couple of players to sort of help try and fill us in, but it's going to, as I say, it's going to be a long-term thing. Harrison Smith says, doing an Armagh save myself from the beta, got to the Danske Bank, so it'll be interesting to watch. Signed a Banbridge striker, did you? Who did you get? Which player do I need to build my team around? Because that sounds promising. Right, that sounds promising. I think we've I think we've got some decent. Look, I think we might have some decent players here. Like, that's what I'm hoping. Two poachers don't really work together, do they? Maybe not. Let's put him as a pressing forward, because I think pressing forwards are going to be decent in this game this year. So that's what I'm thinking. That's my prediction. So Crosscurry's gone straight into the squad, into the starting lineup, I should say. Sorry. So let's have a look. It was McCavitt. He looks like a decent player, to be honest, McCavitt. So if he does that, then we'll be grand. We do play in front of nobody. I know it's pre-season, right? But nobody seems to turn up these games. Nice 3 at the back system here for Tandridge. So this is going to be interesting. Max Zidane started a new journeyman save today, turned down the Banbridge job and have taken over Landvetter in the Swedish 4th tier. Nice. Very, very exciting. That's good. We are in white and blue. White shirts, blue sleeves, white shorts, white socks, and our hosts are in orange and black. Now, as we say, there is Chaos Ball, right? Tandraji. I can't even pronounce these teams, man. This is going to be horrific. Your girlfriend's from Newry. Oh, okay. 1-0 down. Tangerine. Yeah, we'll call them Tangerines. Didn't want to start from the heady heights, have now overtaken them. There you go. Already overtaken them in a journeyman save. You must have started very early to do that. I mean, that's 3 players not going for the same ball. And then again, bit poor defending. The plan we were playing, well, sorry, we should have shown you the tactics, shouldn't we? Sorry. The tactic you asked for was obviously Route 1 4-4-2, because why would we not play that? Why would we not try and do what is clearly the only thing that I know personally? That looks slightly different. Oh, that's defence on cover. Yeah, that's right. Back to centre. I think we maybe need to mark a little bit better, don't we? Let's get out to the wings. As you know, get it forward. Tight marking. Where's tight marking these days? They've changed it, haven't they? Where's it gone? It'll be in there somewhere. Someone can let me know where tight marking is. We'll put that back on. I think it might be a player instruction now rather than a click button. So this is what's interesting though, is the fact that we are still getting shots away, but then we're quite wasteful. We are quite wasteful. And we also seem to, whenever a shot's at us, it goes in. There's Crosscurry. There you go. On his debut. Well, it's not his competitive debut, but that's what we're talking about. 47 people. This is a huge attendance. I think we had like 3 for one of those games. Look at that long ball on the top. Nearly caught offside actually. If your man here, if McGrath touches that, I think that's offside. So glad he didn't, to be honest. Crosscurry puts it home. It's 1-1. Very good composure indeed. Very good. Didn't panic. He was just like, right, I've got it now. Played to the. We managed to play to the big gap, so that was good. OG Gallagher. Love it in with the Prime. Appreciate that. Love it. Thank you very much. Of course, if you do have Amazon Prime yourselves, you just support the channel for free because Bezos has already sorted you out. It's part of your Amazon Prime package. You get a free sub for any creator on Twitch. Just link your Twitch to Amazon Prime, and then away you go. Away you go. As I say, it doesn't cost you anything, and then it's a kickback for us, so it's pretty cool. And then we put all that money back into making the stream better. And by making the stream better, I mean we buy a Banbridge shirt if things go well. If things go well. But of course, remember, 32 trophies to win, so we're expecting to be managing a few different teams during the course of this save. Even on the very basic level, we have to manage at least 4 teams because it's 4 different nations. So At the very least, we have 4 clubs. If we do it with 4 clubs, it'll be 9 impossible, because I think some of the Irish cups are regional. Nicely blocked, that'll do. Tony, my friend, are you wanting your face in a thumbnail? Mate, bless you, Trek. It's beautiful of you to have reached out and offered that. Genuinely, what a dealer's choice, I suppose, mate. Really, if you think my face is going to sell something, then yeah, feel free to have a doodle on it. Do you want to? I suppose you can sort of like rip something off and try and put my sort of grim-looking mug onto a shot, or whether you think it's better without my face, I don't know. That's terrible goalkeeping. That's terrible. But no, thank you very, very much for offering that. That's much appreciated. Big shout out, of course, for Trek, by the way. He is streaming over here now, I believe. He does do a lot of stuff over on YouTube, but he may be venturing across to the Purple brand as well. So do go and drop the man a follow. Cardinal Chunder, bit of narrative. My beta save got offered the Hertha Berlin job, who are FM23 Champions League winners. Nice. Oh, that was a decent header. Just gone wide though. Right, so again, just remember, this is more just a case of like having a look at these players, seeing how they perform, seeing where we need to improve. Nope, staying on YouTube, just hiding. Okay. In that case, I'll ping you a YouTube link out in a second. There's McCabe. How many chances do we need? Too many chances, apparently. Too many chances. Alright, let me just get your link here then. Because I do think that people like me, they'll enjoy you. So there's McCabe. That's what we're talking about. Right, there you go. There's Trek's YouTube. That's a good finish. It's a very good finish. McCabe runs through. Tidy finish. Because of the fact that there's no match sounds either as well, like having no fans, whenever you hear hear the ball get kicked, I'm just like, oh, that sort of surprised me a little bit. It's 3-2, and it's Downey disallowed, unfortunately. Lovely shorts from the referee here. This is very nice. Way offside. So far offside, it's unreal. But it's a sign of intent, right? It's positive that we can actually get in those sorts of positions. Also at the top again, there's McGrath. Ooh. I mean, that's decent. Very, very tight shorts. The tightest shorts around. And again, don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan. Just make loads of changes just to. It is a friendly in it, so it doesn't really matter. It's just getting players some game time. Obviously, the fact as well that we've got so many competitions and a squad full of amateurs, fatigue is going to be a thing. So having to try and rotate this team is going to be a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? I think in terms of trying to bring players in, then what we're going to have to try and do is look for loans. That's the best way to do any sort of like lower league management save, is just look at loan players. Look at that. Oh, Marcal off the post. Great effort from the Indonesian striker. Showed me what I could have had. Alves with the ball in. Cleared away. This is probably full time in it. Look, again, very wasteful. 19 shots we've had. We scored 2. So we mentioned, obviously, I think it was mentioned in the chat, get Marcal. It was mentioned in the chat this morning that we should maybe look at working the ball in the box, which is probably not a bad shout, to be honest, if we are being a little bit wasteful. Plus we're playing at a higher tempo as well, which I guess works with the Route 1 style. So yeah, I guess maybe those things are sort of counterintuitive to shooting success, I suppose, really. But we'll see. This is our last friendly match though, and then we're into competitive football. This is where the hard work really begins. Just let it run. Just let it run. That's fine. Let it go out. Pitch looks quite nice, to be honest, for lower league Ireland. Can't really complain with it. Evening, Branst. Welcome in. Brand new introduction there. Nice to see you. Are you well? Appreciate the follow. That's very kind of you. Yeah, if you haven't followed, by the way, and you feel free, you're interested in doing so, then jump on in. We're going to stream. Probably going to stream most of this week, I'd imagine. I'm very well. Thank you, Brands. Very well indeed. As I say, I'm very excited about this save. It's a save that's going to be pretty difficult, to be honest. And it's going to be a save that's going on for a long time. But I'm just glad to finally get into it, get it started. So, very excited. Let me know as well, by the way. Let me know who you are all managing in your saves. Pretty proud of myself. Did an automation to do with FM. What's an automation? I don't know what an automation is. You'll have to send photos. You'll have to send them in as a whisper, so I can have a look, because we don't post links, or Raj will take Rogue will take it. Sorry, from you. So McNulty's wanted by Port Stewart. Now, I think the fact that his tackling is 5 means we probably just avoid him. Downey's going to go from fringe player to starter, but he's also the physio, so that could be interesting. Send it to Rogie. He's the admin on charge today. In charge. So we're playing Tobermory in the Bet McLean Cup first round, but we do want to have a quick little look at trying to get a couple of players in. As I say, we could do with a right back, we could do with a centre back. Now, again, we're not going to know who these players are, because we've not been playing the game long enough. No one knows. We'll offer trials to players. We'll scout players. We can't just click on a list and go like, they're players we want. So if there's players who are instantly sort of like wanted, then let's get them in. But we don't have any money to buy players. So when it's going to be like anyone who's unattached, again, they're going to have to want to come for zero. This is the Youth Academy of Season 1. Have you done this already in one season? Sorry, I've misread that. I've misread it. I was like, most appearances, 277 games. I like the skin. Well, what's the skin you're using there? That's quite smart. Or is that just a diagram you've created for yourself? But it looks lovely. So it's Bold Club and AF 1913, and they are in. Where are they in? Germany? Denmark, I think, isn't it? Yeah. That was fun. I know that face. I know that voice. That's Llama. Llama's in the chat, everyone. We need to go say hello to Llama, don't we? We love Llama. Llama was out last night. And I think I've always loved Llama. And the thing is, after hanging out with him last night, I think I love him a little bit more. Like, I think you definitely have to go and follow the man. Give him some love on his YouTube channel, right? Because he's just one of the best guys. Just one of the best guys. Honestly, it was so good to meet you last night, man. Genuinely, it was awesome. Let's get a scout report for these guys, shall we? Can't get a scout report for all of them. Camilo Sanchez, Colombian. Where have you been playing? You've been playing at Institute. Of course you have. I mean, do we try Camilo Sanchez? We don't know anything about him. We could 6'3". He seems big enough. McKinney is currently at us on trial. Not really massively impressed, are we? Patterson, 30 years old, maybe not. Not fancying that. Reece McGilloway, again from Institute, centre half, 6'1". Bradley White, apparently not very good. Blaine Daniels, tackling of 7, marking of 12, heading of 7, positioning of 11, work rate of 3, teamwork of 2. I mean, the problem is he's not the worst player that's going to be at the club, but he's maybe not quite the player that we want, really. could have been a bit full on, but felt it was the most natural thing in the world pre-COVID. You'd assume it was the opening scene of a murder mystery. It was all very normal. Yeah, 100%. Like, I think it was, you're right. I think you've hit the nail on the head. That could have been really awkward because everyone's, like I said this afternoon, like FM is quite a solitary game, you know, and we're all sort of getting these people to turn up into a room, coming out to comedy, which, again, I don't know how many people go to comedy regularly who play FM. I know I certainly found that when we're doing the stand-up shows, we were getting people who'd never been to comedy shows before. So to try and sell it last night was not only are you coming to a comedy show, but it's a podcast as well at the same time that may or may not be on your radar. And you know what? The fact that it was sold as a meetup afterwards, I think that's what people bought into, and it was definitely fun. Teamwork of two, aka Bell End. Yeah, exactly. Right, so Branster's pretty proud of himself. Use Power BI to automate my Youth Academy Challenge end of season review for the forums using dummy data. Nice. I like that. Ropper, is it possible to do a season bet with channel points? Tell me more about this, Ropper. Tell me more about what you'd like us to do. We can try and make it happen. I quite like it. I think it's going to be difficult to keep a hold of whose channel points would need to be paid out in the event of actually managing to fluke some sort of success or failure. I'm guessing is the one that people would all be voting for, to be honest. Would love to have been there. Should do another meetup on a weekend sometime, watch a shitty game of football and drink some beers. 100% Robert, we definitely need to do all that, so we will do it. To be fair, we actually spoke, Matt and Rich and myself, we've already thought about Manchester and Birmingham as well as another option. So yeah, we definitely didn't leave thinking we definitely didn't leave thinking that it was one and done. It was quite nice. And yes, by the way, people, Rogi's now worked it out, and I'm sure people have seen it on Twitter as well. Matt came out of retirement for one night only, so we had a special guest. Matt came and did a bit for us, so that was cool. That was really, really cool to get him there as well. And I think it was nice that people were there, you know, and sort of were just saw it. It was good. Dave Goodger was there. The spinning heads. Also, Dave Goodger. I love Dave Goodger bits. Dave Goodger is one of the campest people I've seen after a few beers. Love it. And the mad scientist was not just mad. His mate was madder. He convinced a friend to come to see us as well in Denmark. His mate didn't know what mad scientist did, right? He didn't know a thing about the mad scientist in the world of Football Manager. So when he turned up and everyone was like, shit, it's the mad scientist, he was just like, what's the mad scientist? Like, why do these people all know you? It's like, because he's a big deal. And it was amazing. Like, he was just genuinely just like, he was the craziest man, his mate, and they're here for a couple of days. So if you're in the Midlands, you'll probably end up bumping into the mad scientist at some point, and his mate. So do check those people out. Shun the competition. First time watching, says Tony. I actually work for what used to be British Steel, and any chance you can explain what teams it covers? I mean, to be fair, it's very little to do with British Steel, the industry. Essentially, the save itself is this: we have to win. There's 32 trophies on offer in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The plan is to win them all. That's what the save is. We have to start unemployed. We have to start with no badges, no experience. We have to apply for jobs. We have to see where we go. So this is our first job. We got the job of Banbridge Town, in Northern Ireland, 3rd Division of Northern Ireland, and we're expected to finish bottom of the league and not be relegated. So it's going to be a long challenge, is what I'm saying. We might do it, we might not do it. We might struggle, we'll probably struggle. It's going to be fine. Steel trophies, yeah, thought it might be all the clubs set up by steel workers. That would have made more sense. That would have made a lot more sense, but it would have been very, I'm guessing, very northern based, first of all. Sheffield clubs mainly. Which would have been nice, to be honest. Again, maybe that's a one for next year. Kegman actually had quite a good one. We're in an admin chat, and he suggested we do the British Steel Challenge, STEAL, and we only take over clubs where the British Empire has stolen stuff and put it into the British Museum. So that could be a bit of a globe-trotting experience, couldn't it? Go and do that. So I thought that was quite good. I was like, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Put that as a possibility in there. Evening back for 3. Welcome back. It feels like a while since you've been around, but it's nice to have you in. Let's see, can Gavin Conn play at centre back? He can play at full back. I don't like the fact we've got to play already 1 game in. I don't like the fact we've got to play Kevin Anderson as centre back. He's just not good. Fraser Lloyd was the new stand-up content. Will be going YouTube somewhere at a later date. So last night was Patreon exclusive. That's where it was last night. So it will only be available on Patreon. I say only available on Patreon. The podcast episode may end up as a part of a podcast, but I believe it's literally just. So that's not how the link there, is it? Patreon.com/FMT pod. There you go. That's the link. So you can sign up for as little as £1 a month. That will get you access to last night's show. It will be going up, I believe, the next day or two. I think Jebru recorded it. I've seen the footage. It definitely works. So they'll be putting that up to either tonight or tomorrow night. So it will go on. Plus you get access to all the back catalogue of the Patreon stuff as well. So even from back in the old days with myself and Matt. So things like Come Luke Dean with me was in there. Some of the FMT retro episodes about like Taribo West and Freddie Adu are in there. And just some crazy stuff that we sort of like put together. So Zealand's on 5,000 viewers. Is he in a hot tub? I think he is. I think he's got all of Taunton watching him tonight, which is going to be impressive. But you know what? It's not about the numbers, is it, Llama? It's not all about the numbers. We've got fans tonight as we set up our first competitive match in charge of Banbridge here in the Cup. So we're, of course, in white and blue still, our away kit. And so our home kit is red and black stripes. Mrs. J, have we been sacked yet? No, not yet, Mrs. J. Not yet. Soon, probably. Downey with the cross in. Oh, Gorski's got it back. Very close indeed. So yeah, so Tobermory are in red and black. So it's nice that we've allowed them to wear red. Just tell you what, lads, you wear your home kit. We'll change, don't worry. Straight at the keeper. Listen, fans, we've got fans. You can hear it this time. That fella up there, he's having a great time. RDF. Oof. Yeah, there's a few hairdos available, Trek. Yeah, it was very much of its time, I think. I can send you something better, actually. That's the thing. What's the story in Tobermory? Wouldn't you like to know? Exactly. Of course, Den Outlander. Yes, you've got your voting to do today. Yes, go and get your votes done. Votes count. Hopefully you get the right party. Hopefully. Good save by Hunter. I see I'm a parent rogue. Yeah, I'm all about those references now. Someone on Discord, lovely. Appreciate you, Trek. Free kick. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, that's an old school pick. I like it. That's an old school pick. Oof. Although we have to take the Republic of Ireland flag off, unfortunately, because we're not allowed to have that, sadly. The athletics suggest that I shouldn't do it. Oof. No. It's not that old school, Rogie, but it's from the Football Manager Ruined My Life level of old school. That was like 3 haircuts in one. That. Oh, does it count? It does. Yes. 1-0 up, and it's McCavitt. What a ball that is from Anderson. Anderson, the player we said is terrible, and nodded it in. Yeah, so we spoke about it. doing Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and the Athletic were like, yeah, you probably shouldn't associate the Republic of Ireland with Britain. And I was like, yeah, I get that. That's probably a fair point. And then, of course, there was the whole thing with the British media having to like sort of stripping down the Irish women after the Scotland game for chanting. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's just not worth the hassle. I mean, Northern Ireland's a bit of a political issue as well. But I thought, you know, like we'll just try and have to do something. Maintain, replace Ireland with Ibiza. We could do that. We could do Benidorm. That's a foul, surely. Leave with the open a surprise shirt box. You want to change the pick, send me over. I'll have a go tomorrow. Oh, you got a surprise shirt, have you? Very nice. Very nice. I was you'll have to let me know who you get. But yeah, no, I appreciate it, Trek. Much appreciated indeed. It's very, very kind of you. You're top man. Delighted with the performance so far. Very happy with that. RDF strikes me as someone who always has a great time regardless of the situation. Llama, he was dancing to Dire Straits like at the end of the night. He's just got music in his bones, that boy. Like, although he has no sense of direction, it took him and Y Callum. We finished in the bar and we were gonna like walk home. The hotel was like 10 minutes from the bar that we went to, and it took them 40 minutes before they realised they were walking in the wrong direction in like horrific rain late at night. So they were technically the last one standing, only because of the fact that they went the wrong direction. I got Dorados Sinaloa, the team that Maradona is associated with, for your secret shirt. You're going to have to send me a picture of that, Jaden. I like the sound of it. I like the sound of the team name, to be honest. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, that's a great finish. That is a great finish. There's nothing you can do about that, really, is there? It's a difficult angle he scored from here, isn't it? Good ball over the top. Defence switch off. He catches it. Yeah. Not much you can do about that, I'm afraid. Maybe go positive. Maybe look to push someone on a bit. But even then, I'm not sure there's much you can do. Ball's just over the top, isn't it? Like that again. So do we drop our line a little bit or do we push a bit higher? I don't know where the ball through. We should probably start to move our lines up, actually. Right, okay, let's move our defensive line up a smidge, and then we'll do take out, stuck out, in, off, and then we'll maybe have the drop off. So theoretically they'll standard, and then they'll sort of always be on the back foot essentially to move backwards if needs be, because they're expecting the ball up over the top. That's how I understand it. Good, just started the main save earlier on. The wheel gave me Walsall. Nice, and that because what your save as well is you've got to do. Yours is like everyone who's not been in the Premier League before. Is that right? I think that's what it's meant to be. So that's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Offside, ref. Offside. No, apparently not. Yes, so it is. That was a long bit of consideration, wasn't it? He's miles off. I mean, I don't know what Campbell's doing, though. He's pushing himself up and out, but it's, caught the offside trap, didn't they? Extra time. Look at me, all suited and booted down here. Look at me. Don't I look lovely? Game waited for you to be disappointed that it wasn't offside. I tell you, masterful trolling. Yeah, it was good. Looking to gain confidence. That's what we like. Let's put McCaver in for Cowan. I think really it should be for the OG, but only because he's tiring a bit. I think defensively we're struggling. 6.1 for Con, 6.3 for Snodden. Do we have another fullback? We don't have another fullback on the bench there, do we? Don't have another centre half on the bench either. So We might struggle. We've got a right back. Barber can come on if needs be. Yeah, teams that have made the Premier League going up to until Mad drops on the 97-98 database, then streaming and picking up the best of the rest for the next year. Nice. That sounds like a good idea, actually. A very, very good idea. Get us. I've got as far as my first press conference at Scarborough. Only have 20 players at the club, including the under-21s and the under-18s. That's what we've got. I think we're about the same, but you're in a much higher setup than we are, to be honest. And we are going to struggle for squad depth, I think. Really, really struggle for squad depth. Tagged you in my post for Twitter for the shirt. Nice. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, that's smart. I like that. I do like that. That's nodding, thinking of what he's going to do. Pops it over the top. There's Croskery. We've done it. I think we've potentially won a match. Get it clipped. Get it clipped. First victory of the save. Don't say it too loudly. We've still got injury time left. In extra time, we haven't. Get in. Right, stream was brilliant. See you all tomorrow. That's. Look at that. Beautiful. Everyone's delighted. Everyone's like, Rajo's got his arms up. Yes, Rajo. It was so good meeting you last night as well, by the way, buddy. Really, really good. Look at this fierce dislike. This prick. Shane Beggs. If that is, in fact, your real name, which I've got no reason to believe it's not, to be honest. See what the Tobermory Times are saying. That was a close one. You must be delighted to have got the win. Delighted. Absolutely. Sees us through the next round. Do you think this team can go in the... How far can we go in the competition? One day at a time. One day at a time. Can you put into words your reaction when Cassidy scored? Over the moon. How pleased to have to win and start. Brilliant. Thoughts about a solid debut for Krosky? Excellent. Cassidy scored a debut goal. Yeah. McCavitt was good. Everything was good. Still doesn't like us. He still doesn't like us. This guy. You know what I mean? Fine. Don't know if we're going to like him either. No, Dave, not yet. No, not yet. Steady your horses. We've literally had the save for 3 hours. Fucking hell. Gudges all over the world, man. Evening, AJB. Welcome in. Right, where do you want them then, Dave? Which Gudger now? Reece McGilloway. Looks okay, I suppose. Ian Curran. 33-year-old central defender. Tackling of 10. Marking of 11. Heading of 7, 33. Formerly of Newry. 8 for acceleration. I mean, he's old, but he might be worth a look. He might be worth a look. Dan Smith. A Mazzala. We're not going to play with a Mazzala, are we? Ballymacash Rangers are interested. Good decision making, though. Good jumping reach at 6'4". Formerly of Glentoran. Okay. So am I going to presume, AJB, that you're a Celtic fan and B doing a Celtic save, or is that am I just clutching at straws there? Come on then, Gudger. Where do you want your 40-second Dave Gudger? As we're potentially, we'll have an Alex Gudger. Are we literally just getting like all the Gudger family? Like, we'll have great Auntie Marjorie. We'll have her. Alex is my brother-in-law. Get him in. Okay, where's Alex going to go? Where's Alex going to live? I mean, Dan Smith's up there, but I don't think we need a centre midfielder at this point. Ian Curran, we need a centre half. He's a 3-star player. He's just behind my head. You can't see it there. But there you go. So he's 3 stars. He's better than Kevin Anderson, who's 2 stars, just behind me. But he's still not as good as Snodden, and that's worrying. Just the dog left, right back, right. But where? Which club, Dave? Not like there's nobody in here that's worthy of 40,000 channel points. So where do you want to be? It might take us many years to see you in game. Aaron Anderson, 5 for player ability, 2 for player potential. Stephen Dooley, I think we tried to speak to him and we didn't get him. 90 quid. What am I thinking? 90 grand. Don't be so stupid. Dooley wants the job. Okay, now he's a scout who's got a potential player ability of 6. Judging player ability of 3. That's where we're at. And he's got 20 for adaptability, so he will absolutely do what we do. And he's 16 for discipline as well, so he's got 18 for working for youngsters. Let's just get him in. Can we pull him down to 70 quid maybe? Was this the problem? Did we try and... There you go, 75 quid a week. We might have a scout. Coming in. Might do. Potentially this level just do have 2 eyes and feet. Yes, 5 stars. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, great. We've got to play log all again. So we're out for revenge against them. I need to change this meeting thing as well. Every fortnight maybe, rather than every week. Don't think we need one every single week. Make Lewis Hunter as the captain. I don't think so. Not upsetting more players right now. Diego Durham could be as a scout. Where's Diego Durham from? Not sure. Got physios. It's a fairly short meeting, that one, to be honest. It's a fairly short meeting. Marito Marcal is not going to sign for us because he wants 150 quid. We don't have that kind of money. His full name is Diego from Durham. Yeah, have you seen the thing with Durham as well at the minute? They're properly going to shit. I didn't realise that Olivier Bernard owned them, which is really worrying. Okay, let's have a look out. Right, let's get the squad planner out. Right, this is where we're at. Okay, for our team. So Lewis Hunter is our first choice goalkeeper. Is now wanted by Lima Vardy. Oh dear. Evening FM streamed. Welcome in. Adam Campbell, first choice right back. Jack Barber, second choice right back. Dylan Snodden, first choice centre half. Kevin Anderson and Gavin Conn, the backups. Left back is Edgar, Conn and Hamilton. Is Hamilton maybe a bit better? I think Hamilton's actually better than Conn. So I think, yeah, I'd put him there like that. Out on the right, we're going to have Croskery as our number 1 first choice winger now. Then I would say that it's going to be McGarry because he can actually play wide midfield. And then Gawley, who has got 6 for crossing and 8 for dribbling. McGarry's only got 4s. Right. Maybe I was wrong then. Maybe McGarry's not the guy. Midfield, OG Gallagher, Cowan and McCavitt, the top 3 players there. McMahon we're probably not interested in really. Kevin Anderson is a centre half, so we put him all the way at the bottom. O'Shea Nix, I think we move up a little bit because he's potentially going to be a bit better. Move Conn down, put McGarry there. Yeah, that's about right. in that sense. Streams I enjoyed last night. Wish I had the chance to have a drink and a mingle. How's it head this morning? Yeah, well, that was the thing, man. Like there was bits and pieces where like we didn't quite get to see everybody and talk to everybody, so that was a shame. I felt a bit bad at that point that we didn't get to speak to everybody. But yeah, head was fine this morning. To be honest, it was. I think we had a few. We had a good time. But yeah, head felt all right, to be honest, because I knew I was having to drive today as well, so I was like, right, can't have too many. So yeah, got ourselves back up the road, and then ready for streaming for lunchtime. So it was good. It was good. As I say, then thinking about talking to people and saying, do we do another one? Do we do another one? So could that be an annual thing? I think you'd have to do it annually. I don't think you could do it any more regularly than that, given the expense that people went to make it happen. So we'll look into it. We'll look into it. I mean, Ropper said earlier maybe York. York could be a shout. We'll see. FM23 sat next to Dave. I think he was well on his way. Dave had a great time. Dave had a lovely time. He was running late as well, so I think he was worried that he was going to be playing catch up. So he went ahead very quickly. But you know what? That's what it's all about. Like people coming in and people who didn't necessarily know each other, knew of people, obviously, but didn't necessarily know people. And yeah, all getting in and hanging out. So it was fun. It was lots of fun. I would say I'd thoroughly recommend it. If we do another one, definitely keep your eyes peeled for if another one comes around. That's what I would say. Anyone else on the old right back that we haven't seen? 33-year-old Michael Denver. It's quite old, but jumping reach. So maybe tackling doesn't seem particularly brilliant. Rach saw the pics from you and a few others last night. Looks when they went to a right rally. Yeah, it was good. We had a great time. As I say, we finished about 2. And there was pool. There was definitely pink hooch. Me and Murph smashing down the pink hooch in this pool bar was pretty cool. The mighty Swansea Uni have a Spanish midfielder called Bruno Osorio. Absolute baller with 14 flair. You've missed out. I mean, yeah, I think we have. But we've got a player here who's got passing of. Well, I'm sure we've got someone who's got passing of half decent. Have we? I think we did. Let's have a look. There you go. O'Sheen Nick's passing of 14. So up there. Slowly, I guess. Good, you had a jolly old time. Quite tender this morning. Blaming Jebaru setting up beer pong. Yeah, but that went to the wire as well, didn't it? That was happening. Beer pong. Good, where do you want your new gen then? Where's your guy gonna go? Hooches in the 1990s Alco Pops. Yep, that's the one. I was on the session IPAs beforehand, but then we saw the bar that was selling tins of pink hooch. I was just like, pink hooch. So, to be fair, that all started as a joke when we did the 92-93 stream for the playoffs, and it was the Mad Scientist database. I was like, well, we're doing the 90s, so we're going to have to drink hooch as part of drafts and crafts. And I've just sort of stuck with it ever since. I'm like, actually, you know what? That's not too bad. I'm not normally one for fruity drinks, but it was a handy change of pace, to be honest. Yes, this man, we love this man a lot. The mighty Tim Lewis, everybody. Big shout for Tim Lewis. Give the man a follow. How's Wrexham Save gone on, Tim? Hope it's been great. It was a pleasure to meet you last night as well. Genuinely love chatting to you. It was nice to meet you properly in person, and I think a lot of people were very, very happy to see you. Horrified. I thought you had better taste. I have, Rich. I've got much better taste, but I'm allowed a one day off, right? Everyone's got their own little sort of secret shame. But you know, we're having some lovely craft ales as well. But then, as I say, just a bit of fruitiness. just to mix things up. So I had 2 Guinnesses in the shower. So there you go. There you go. I'm a man of impeccable taste. Thanks to the shout out. No worries at all, Tim. No worries at all. Setting up pre-season at the minute. Everyone was lovely. Everyone was lovely. They were really lovely. It was great getting in there and just like sort of, as I said before, like sort of putting names to faces. I like the fact that people introduced themselves by their Twitch handles as well, because it didn't like have to get to know people's first names or like proper names. Just like, oh, I'm like meeting Rajo. Like I think it was Good you was saying like, Rajo's over there. I was like, is he? Like, to have to get introduced like that. I think Glenroy was in as well. He came over and said hello, which is lovely. I think Dan Jolly was in, but I didn't see him. He's tweeted me saying that he was there. So I was like, oh shit, man, he should have said. We could have done a proper hello, and had a bit of a chat there. 2 Guinnesses in the shower. How long are you in the shower? Sounds like you got some sort of problem. Not really. I'm in a hotel, Dropper. Come on. It's a thing, innit? Everyone has shower beers. Surely. I can't be the only person who does shower beers when you're in a hotel. Come on, back me up here, people. This is not a thing, right? Edward 40 hands, but with Guinnesses. Exactly. Yeah, Rogie knows what I'm all about. Shower beer for sure, but 2 Guinnesses. Well, I mean, look. This is the thing. Just shower beers on holiday are a wonderful thing. See, regular guy says it's right. Never done a shower Guinness, but sounds heavenly. There you go. See. 3 months sober would love a beer now. See, Shabby's in there going, Tony makes a really good point. Yeah. Can only be echoed. Everyone's comments are great at night. See, Glenroy's in. Glenroy, it was a lovely meeting you last night, genuinely. Apologies we didn't get a chance to have a proper full chat and a conversation, but it was nice for you to come and say hello and introduce yourself. Hope you enjoyed it. I genuinely hope you enjoyed it. And let's say it was lovely to actually meet people and as I say, put names to faces and all that sort of stuff. And it was just, it was cool just to see how many people were sort of coming out, and everyone was like, as I said, we've all sort of known each other for the last 18 months, 2 years, just because of this game. And people were sort of saying, like, oh, I'm going to be going on my own. Like, is it going to be all right? Is it going to be weird? Like, no, it's going to be fine, because you probably know everyone in the room, or you know of people. So I hope that people got that vibe. Like, I know there was some people who were sort of like a little bit thinking, well, let's sort of see where we go with it. And there's a bit of anxiety. Even for myself, I was a bit anxious, sort of going, well, this is going to be really weird. I'd never met Rich before. Doing a podcast with him, I'd never met Rich before. So that was weird. Meeting online friends is such a great time. It is. It's a completely cool thing, to be honest. Looking forward to the Canal House hat trick one day. Yeah, let's get that done. We'll get a third one in there. That makes complete sense. Any chance of a few words about your tactical approach? We are going long ball. Look at this. Look at him. Look. Negative atmosphere. He doesn't care. This guy hates his life, right? He hates his life. This journalist, really pessimistic. Okay. Any team favourites to be relegated? Well, ourselves probably, but I shouldn't really say ourselves. So let's go with. I'm gonna go with Port Stewart. They're lacking in too many areas. Shane Beggs hates us. Absolutely hates us. That's fine. We're playing Dollingstown. And I think they're a local rival, actually. I think they are a rival. There we go. Let's see. Dollingstown. Stephen Upprichard. The Dolly Birds. What a cracking name that is. What a cracking name that is. Big squad. Even for amateurs, that's a big squad. Right, let's do this then. Let's do this first league game in the Northern Irish Lough41 Premier Intermediate League. It rolls off the tongue. Let's go for it. Instructions to add more direct passing and early crosses. We're playing long ball. How much more direct passing can you get? Okay, fine, if that's what you want, let's go for it. And I think we're good to go. I think we're set up nicely. I think it's played to our strengths, which is not actually touching the football properly, just smashing it as far as we can, hoping for the best. Basically not playing football. If we don't play, if we get dragged into a football match, then things have gone wrong. Things are going to go terribly wrong. At that point, we do not want to be in that situation. It feels very much like a Tim Lewis vibe. Like, if we're playing football, then we've already lost. Like, it's not what we're about here, you know. Direct isn't long. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're playing Route 1, so we're playing Route 1s. So that's pretty long. I'm aware that direct just means move it through the channels as quickly as you can. So let's go for it. Here we go then. Right, Banbridge, theoretically in red and black, I think. 4-4-2, Con, Anderson, Snodden, Campbell as the back four. Dollingstown in blue, presumably 4-3-3. Presume they're going with blue. Look at that. The first day of a brand new season. It's so exciting, isn't it? It's so exciting. So many people in the crowd. So many people. There seems to be more away fans than home fans, to be honest. The away fans care more about this game than we do. I can't say I've noticed anything just yet, Streams. This is our first competitive match. We've had 3 friendlies, maybe, and a cup game. So we've only really had like 5 games. So I've not noticed anything just yet, but they've already said that they've not changed the match engine. So it is what it is. And to be fair, for the leagues we're playing in, Chaos Ball works perfectly well and makes sense. So I'm not going to complain. Like, the board confidence feature and the supporters confidence feature could become an issue, and it could create a few problems with regards to sackings. But again, this is a long term save, so it's not going to be a huge concern either, to be honest. I don't think. How many games have we not been sacked yet? Yeah, I've not been sacked yet. No competitive matches yet. So, well, one competitive match, and we've won it. We won the one competitive match. We won the cup game. Defensive forward, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. That's very kind of you. Nicely intercepted there by Campbell. Snodden pips it over the top. Defenders run away from the ball. They can do. Yeah. Oh! Off the underside of the bar. That's a corner. Look at all those away fans. Look at them. They outnumber us significantly. I think we need a second tactic as well. We need a sort of a more aggressive tactic and a more defensive tactic to go with this 4-4-2. So maybe need to get one that moves into a 4-4, into a 4-2-4 or a 4-3-3 maybe or something. And then something that drops into a 5 at the back system as well. Or a 4-1-4-1 or something. Oof. Because to be honest, we almost thought about like having a park the bus system. We need to try and attack this DM here. So I'm tempted to move our wingers up a little bit. Try and go 4-2-4 now. So at 5 minutes of the first half left. See if that helps with creating chances. What about that for a clearance? That's excellent. Proper good football here. Campbell inside, no one's there. Let's do that. Let's move these guys up a smidge. Put you on. Actually, we'll keep you on defend. We'll put you on wing back, defender on attack, so you can get up behind. See if that helps. 5 minutes to go. Take get stuck in off as well, actually. Oof. It's fine. That's all right. We can cope with that. We can cope with that. I mean, they're getting all the ball to us. 12 shots. We only had 6. 1 on target. Might have to start working the ball in the box a little bit there, rather than whipping those crosses in, because they're not. Well, for a start, we're not getting them there. Maybe time wasting off a little bit. Playing for set pieces, which we don't seem to be getting. Okay. Guess we can keep as is. Be slightly attacking for the first sort of 5 or 10 minutes of this half, and then if it doesn't work, drop back into our shape again. The step up and drop off needs attention. Maybe that makes sense. I think people just don't understand how to use it yet. Jack the Cult of, he wrote a really good piece about the mentality of the step up and step up and drop off. So that's worth a look at. I'll dig that tweet out actually. Where is it? Because if you've not seen it, that explains it better. Where is it? That's it. Is that it? Here it is. This one. There you go. That's his tweet. If you've not seen it, then that's what he's come up with, and that makes a bit more sense when you're trying to explain it to people now. So we've dropped ourselves back into that standard 4-4-2 system as well at the minute. I'm happy with the draw. If we can get a draw, I'm happy with that. But I'm not sure if we're going to get a draw. Campbell's doing pretty well on attack, but I'm worried that he's going to end up burning himself out. Great ball. McGrath hits it over the top. Gave29, Tony loving the podcast. Always welcome up at Links Park to watch the mighty Montrose. Yes, let's do that. Absolutely, we'll get it sorted. We'll make that happen. Get a Montrose game on the go. Damn right. Welcome, Gabe. Appreciate the love there, man. That's very, very nice. Very nice. Just got to make your way up north a bit. Well, yeah, we can do that. We're not too far from up north. Got family up Scotland as well, so it's always a handy trip up there. So we're a fan. We can make that happen. We don't have a centre half. Con's gonna have to go inside, which is not ideal. It's not ideal. I almost feel as though moving Campbell there is not the best idea. If we make him a defensive winger, actually, he can cover. First full game, Oddity, Nottingham Forest, bottom of the league, December season 1 appointed Andrei Shevchenko as the manager. I mean, that's a thing. That's very interesting. I'm wondering whether or not we do that and cover for the fact that we don't have a I think the fact that we don't actually have a proper centre half here, we'd put Gallagher back there, do a bit more defensive work. That's my thinking. Might not be the right answer, but that's what we're going with. Nix, good ball up. McCavett, decent effort from McCavett there. Downey with the corner. So we've got Downey being a bit more defensive to kind of like try and cover out and help the fact that there's a right back at left back. Downey with the corner in, straight at the keeper. We're starting to look all right. We'll carry on for. for Croskery. If we can nick a draw here, that'll do. Gabe's in with the prime. Appreciate that, Gabe. Very kind indeed. Thank you. There you go. Got ourselves a draw in the opening fixture. I'll take that. I'll take that. So it's a local derby, isn't it? You know. So didn't lose to the Dolly Birds, which is good. Got ourselves a point, which is fine. That's what we need. But yes, let's get Montrose sorted. I mean, is there a possibility we manage them on the game and then we end up there? That'd be cool, wouldn't it? So I'm going to stop that for the Chief Scout. We don't need a Chief Scout just yet. We've already got a Scout in there. So this is the expectations, by the way, for this season. Okay. I'll just pop that up in the old Discord so that people know what's going on. No, Gabe, appreciate you. Thank you very, very much indeed. It's nice to have you in and genuinely appreciate the support. Thank you for the sub as well. Very, very kind. Very kind. Surely a Soul Scout is the Chief Scout if they're the only one. I mean, well, it depends on whether they feel as though they've got enough responsibility to be the main guy. Do we keep... I'm just concerned about, like, do we have a Chief Scout? Carthel McKeown 4-3, Ross Hutchinson 3-3, Aaron Anderson 5-2, Connor Hawkins 2-2. I mean, look at that guy. That's a guy you want as your Chief Scout, right? Surely. But he's not really good at scouting players. 3-3 for Adam Brown, Johnny Butler 2-3, James Patterson 3-2, Diego Durham 3-3, Sion Algar 4-4. Look at this fella. It's my old haircut. Achimpong 1-1. David Honeyman 4-4. Jim Templeton 4-3. Found a big problem with the save time. I've just had my best amateur taken for nothing. Just walked out the door. This is the problem. This is the problem, Fraser. This is how it works. Shabby Merkin, appreciate the prime as well. That's very kind. Thank you. This is what I was saying to you though. Like, these are all on non-contract, so they are going to leave. So don't get attached to anybody because those players will go. And as you found out there, sometimes not even to another club. They'll just be like, oh, I've had enough. We're going. You know, got a new job. I've got a promotion at work, so I don't need to play for you anymore. And away they are. Johnny Law has expressed doubts regarding Port Stewart's survival chances. Apparently in agreement with your assessment of things. How do you feel about the relegation picture now? I think that's... I look forward to getting stuck in the middle of the season and setting ourselves up for a long haul. I wish Johnny the best of luck. This bodes well for us as one fewer team to compete with. That'll be it. Gareth Buchanan has a great day for Dollingstown, picking up the man of the match. How do you make up his performance? Thought he was decent enough. It's the post-match interview done. £15. £15 for getting a draw. This is brilliant. I love this league already. But we do now definitely need a centre-half because we don't have any. And Anderson's out for 3 weeks. Blaine Daniels is 6'4". He might just have to do because he's a centre back. Kevin Niblott, Joel Bassett. Right, who have we got then on the shortlist that we've spotted so far? Do you split £15 around the team on the day or just pocket it yourself? We just buy a chippy tea, Rogie. So everyone just goes like, right, 15 quid. What can we get from the chips? It's a bag of chips. In fact, it's not even a bag of chips anymore these days, is it? To be honest. Mrs. J gifting subs. Thank you, Mrs. J. That's very kind. Indeed, regular guy FM's got himself a sub there, so thank you, Mrs. J, for that wonderful, wonderful thing. Tim Lewis, I don't read those as spam from second to left in the media because it's fairly positive. Yeah, that's normally what we do, but unfortunately, the guy who's in charge of the press hates us. So So I'm kind of trying to win him round at this point. Jason Hughes, he's the guy that is probably a decent shout. Choo Choo, the hype train is on. Appreciate that for everyone who's been hitting the primes. If you haven't hit the prime, do it right now, because then again we'll get this hype train goes up and then we move further up in the rankings on Twitch. It's a cool way of doing that. Gets a few more eyes on the channel. But as I say, appreciate everyone doing their bit here. It's always nice just to hang out and have a good time. So if you haven't hit a follow on this, because we are going to stream, as I say, most nights this week, just to try and get a bit of headway on this save. I don't think we go straight for unattached players. I think we try and loan players in. Peter Armstrong for Ballymallard. Concerned that we are going to have to start with maybe someone who's not an actual centre half. I mean, this guy's dreadful as well. Evening, Gabe. How are you, man? Welcome in. Pleasure to see you. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen you. Hope life's treating you good. Have you made your peace with the with the game yet, or are you still a bit wound up about it all? Appreciate the bits, man. Very kind, very kind. That's very, very lovely of you. Ian Curran is maybe the one, like 33, bit of experience. You're all right. there was a proper meltdown, like, with a lot of people, like, and I understand it. But I've just been sort of like trying to watch it, just being like, you know what? It's just a game. I just kind of just have to like be sort of looking around, going, we're not gonna get anywhere near this sort. So like, these problems shouldn't be a massive thing for us, in the system we're in. So I just kind of let it all wash over, to be honest. Seen them given. Evening, Tony. Banbridge isn't too far from me. Good luck. Assuming this is your first club. It is. Seen them given. Yeah. We've just started. So the plan is to win all competitions with England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Banbridge are our first club on that journey. Hopefully we'll do well at Banbridge. That's the plan, but you can never tell. Especially when I'm in charge. So who knows? I mean, if you've got any advice for us, that'd be much appreciated. Feel free to chuck any advice you can. Camilo Sanchez there. Colombian. We're not going to get a Colombian centre half, are we? Even Jane McCowan doesn't look that good. Even for this level, he doesn't look that good. Peter Armstrong could tackle, could mark. Might be okay positionally. There's not a lot we can do about it. There's lots of it. I like designed chaos is fun. Lower leagues feels like lower leagues. Yeah, exactly. Which for me is perfect, because that's where we're managing. We're managing in the lower leagues, so chaos is what we need. Like, I understand that if you're playing at an elite club, then you don't want those sorts of like mistakes to creep in. But at the end of the day, those mistakes happen in real life as well. Mrs. J again with another gifted sub. Thank you, Mrs. J. Mrs. J is having a great night tonight. Hype train confirmed. This has happened. Ali Mayer's got one. Bad football is best football. 100%. Like, in all genres. Who gives a damn about that daft new gen Norwegian robot scoring goals for State City when you could watch a portly bloke bang a worldie in a park? Yes, exactly that. Fraser, so this 6'5" player with one heading just got sent off in the first half of his first friendly as a trialist. That's what we're here for. Did you go for Pasca's Club? First YouTube stream today. Started the save. Happy to get stuck in. Hopefully enjoy it. Good. I hope it goes well. Come on the Rocks will start the challenge to secure a Colombian centre-half, immediate cult hero, marries one of the local twins, scores the header to win the first trophy, discover the next day smuggling illegal artefacts in, and gets moved to Guiseley. It could happen. Pleasure to have you in though, man. Hope life's treating you good. Are you delving into FM23, or are you staying with 97, 98? last night was fun. Gabe. I was saying sort of like earlier in the stream, it was nice that people were there, sort of like everyone knew each other, which was good. And I think any anxiety that people had was very quickly removed when sort of people just went, oh, actually, this is pretty cool. Let's do this. So yeah, it was great. And I think that Rich is only going to get better as a podcaster, and I think he's really happy to sort of like push the podcast on, and the new team are amazing as well, like, and they're really proud that they're now FMT. So for myself and Matt, that's great to hear them talk passionately about what they're doing, and that they really are proud to be part of it. So it's like, yeah, that's cool. We like it. But yeah, we might, maybe we'll do another one next year. Who knows? That's something that seemed popular. It seemed well received. So if there's a plan to do it next year, or a possibility to do it next year, then I'm sure we'll look into it. And if we can get something sorted, then great. So I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, never say never is the motto, I believe, isn't it? So one change in defence. Obviously, Edgar's going to come in at left back. Con's going to move to centre back. We are playing log goal. They beat us in that friendly for the testimonial for Downey, so we've got a little bit of retribution for them in that one. I'm going to try and keep the same side that started the match, and we'll see what happens from there. We'll take crosses off. We'll play work in the box in as well. Turn that tempo down. Turn that time wasting down, and just try and go for that. See if that's going to work any better for us, to be honest. Come on the Rocks, not sure yet. Might take the plunge with this new one. Look how smooth it is. Haven't done FM since 16. Yeah, that's a long time. It's a long time, man. Nathan Ferris up front is good. Yes, he does look like a decent player, to be honest. If we can do another, says Dave, do the Athletic put a live show on that I've missed? Fair point, actually. Fair point. We'll take my name off it, and then we'll see if the tickets sell. No, I say we as in the collective. There was a discussion last night. If Rich wants to do one, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point. I spoke out of turn. If Rich wants to do one next year, then we can certainly get one sorted for them. So, but you never know. Maybe the Athletic will do one. We'll do one as well. Joni Tameson will host it. Joni Tameson was a guest last night. Joni Tameson was not allowed to host another podcast show, so I had to be a guest, which felt weird. McGrath. Nearly. Good clearance. McGrath putting himself about again. Oh, nicely played. Good save. Downey nods it away just to himself, apparently. Nods out for a throw-in, which isn't good. Croskery. On he goes. McCavitt. Downey. Did the defender just put his arms out like that to shield him? McCavitt, good save. Okay, there you go. We're on again. Campbell steps over it. OG Gallagher. Cowan. Stunned. Yeah, we're FMT OGs, but you're right. Well, we're guests only now. We're no longer hosts. Oh, it's a poor ball. Was it a poor ball, or was it McGrath not watching? Might have been a bit of both. Good save. Okay, we're doing all right. We're not doing too badly. Let's try and step up a little bit, though, I think. Let's move up a bit. That should be fine. Get stuck in off. We'll still drop back if we need to. Play it in. Okay, straight to the keeper. That's fine. Hunter picks it up. Launches it. There's no one there, though. There's no one there. That's all right. Force them back. Get back into our shape. We don't seem to come back quickly, do we? Oh, great tackle. Oh well. There you go. There's your Ferris. There's your Ferris getting the goal. It's against that the centre half who's not a centre half though. So he's just offside. So he's just like he's caught in the wrong position, I should say. Sorry. Ironically, he's playing better than the other centre half. 6.9 against the 6.5. So it's a strange one because now it's like, well, what do we do? Do we push again? Maybe we go a bit more direct. Can't mark Ferris, otherwise we'll be pulled out of position. Good save. Good free kick, that, to be honest. It's another cup game, this one as well, so of course it's not a massive concern if we lose. We're just meant to be competitive in this in these tournaments. Edgar Downey. Good ball in. Got a challenge for that. You got a challenge for it. Cowan. He's gone down. No penalty apparently. McGrath's got a booking as well. So that's maybe something we need to look at. In fact, maybe instead of regroup, might have to press. Yeah, let's do that. Because I think we're not quite. Yeah, we're not quite getting there. Did it start with the first team, or did it start unemployed? Started unemployed, Gib. So unemployed, no badges, no experience, and then applied for whatever jobs were available. So got offered this and got offered Swansea Uni as well, which much to Rogie's disappointment, we turned down. We weren't going to get any money. They were going to give us no money at all for the job. So some people are saying, well, you can't just work for nothing, and some people are saying you can't dictate a job on just being paid, Tony. So there's a bit of a mixture of that one, to be honest. But yeah, we figured this was a better option. There was more manoeuvrability in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, because there's like 2 promotion spots, whereas there's only 1 in Cymru South, and the expectation was to finish 3rd or in the top 3. So that's a lot of pressure very, very early on, which we don't need in this game. This expectation is just to stay in the division. So I can take that. Mrs. J wouldn't let me work for free. Exactly, although she did want me to go to Freshers Week, so bit of mixed signals there from Mrs. J. Also, if she's chucking out gifted subs tonight, then we can't work for free. Oh, ball's just hit the defender and it's bounced straight back in. Right, let's see. We have to try and do something else now. Downey nods it through. Cassidy can't quite get there. I'm going to kick off my steps to glory. Say it's going to be the bottom of Wales and Northern Ireland to kick off. Yeah, I think that's going to be fun though, Gabe, because this is where real football is. Cassidy. This is what it's all about. We're starting to get here, aren't we? I will definitely take a drink, Rada, yeah. Bear with me 2 seconds. Oof. We have to step up, aren't we? We can't. That's fine. Well played, Edgar. Ball in. Nice out to McGavert. Back inside. Decent football, mind. Is Downey offside? Yeah, he is, yeah. He is. Yeah, move up again, I think. Squad planner is missing the option to remove all your players or the team's poach. Oh, is that not a thing, is it not? So I think the most I had last year was Indonesia, Malaysia, South Africa. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Ted Lasso material FM working for uni team is 100% there. That would have been good. Would have been good for uni comedy scenes in exchange for pay. Yeah, imagine that going, right, we will not do you, we can't pay you, but you can basically have the job for exposure, if that's any good for you. It's like, yeah, that's great, let's get that pays the bills, doesn't it? No, they do disappear. What I mean is, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, I've misunderstood that. I misunderstood that. I thought you meant like, oh. No. Disallowed. Unbelievable. Gerard Piqué won't have a chance to play in his final professional game after he was shown a red card as a substitute at half-time for arguing with the officials. Amazing. Barcelona are just like the banter club now, aren't they? Oh, what a goal that is. What a goal that is. McGavitt. Love it. Little give and go as well. Edgar pops it up. A fair play to McGavitt. Keeper comes charging out, but it's a good finish. It's a very good finish. Very good finish indeed. Hunter pings it up over the top. McGavitt picks it back up. Ooh, he's gone close. This is a bit more pressure. Liking this. Might have to step back a smidge now though. Colitis is in there. McGavitt's chasing down again. Right, I reckon when it gets to 80 minutes, then we may have to drop. We'll make a change. Who's struggling? Downey's struggling. Snodden's struggling. Evening, Nick. How are you? Save's going well, thank you. Save's going well. We're enjoying it. We're day one on the job in Banbridge Town in Northern Ireland. Croskery keeps it in. Should have let it go out. Cowan with an effort. Ooh. Yeah, no worries, Ropper. No worries. You, we'll catch you up in a sec. You jump back in whenever you can, man. No problem at all. Edgar Croskery with a header. Cowan's a bit tired now, so let's put O'Sheen Nix in. Croskery. Edgar with a decent effort. We're looking alright, aren't we? We're starting to push on. But hasn't quite worked. Hasn't worked. We didn't get enough out of it. So everyone back. McCavitt for OG, I reckon. You notice any improvements in the beta yet? No, not really. I think it plays very similar to the beta, to be honest. But I quite like that about the beta. I quite like the mad ball, chaos ball. It's all good for me. So I don't really know anything. I haven't spotted anything else just yet that's been a glaring improvement or something that still hasn't been fixed. Other people may have noticed stuff, I'm not sure, but I think match engine stuff was never going to be improved because of like how big a job it is. Oh, Macaulay'itis. Header at the back post. It's a good ball in, mind you. If he's going to win that header, he's going to win that header, regardless. We've sort of done everything we can with that. Just handed notice in at my house and you move in December. Nice, Kitos. Very nice. Been at work all day, I haven't had a chance to load it up yet, says Nick. No, get it loaded, Nick. It's as I say, I think it's I haven't noticed too much change yet, but then again, we're still only like a few hours in, so it's definitely not enough hours to notice wholesale changes. Thought Edgar nearly gave a goal away there. Tell you what, we'll change McGarry. He can come on for Downey. Up over the top, Cassidy chases it. Why does he pick that ball out? Dreadful ball. Oh, here we go. Get caught again. Pushing. We were pushing up, trying to get an equaliser. We've been caught out. Understandable. It happens. It happens. Decent finish, like 2 goals for Ferris now. Macaulay-itis gets the other one. Yeah, don't make those changes. Let's just keep it as it is. In fact, yeah. Never mind. We tried him. Look at that again. 20 shots, 4 on target. So we're getting the ball forward. We're getting a chance, but it's just we're not clinical. We're not clinical. We got our chances. Which is ironic because I said that our strikers look good. Rogie was like, that'll come back to haunt you. And I was like, yeah. And it has. It absolutely has already. See, we get a chance like that where they just smash it over the bar. So a little bit lacking in composure, I think, from our players. So again, like those sorts of things, like they would annoy a lot of football managers. But for me, I'm like, that makes sense that they're smashing the ball over the bar there. That they're low composure players. Their shooting ability isn't very good. So it's understandable that they're going to miss. Like normal league matches, you're going to get a team who maybe has 15 shots and only 3 on target. That's reasonable, you know. Yeah, Gibbs sat there on, yeah. I think that's reasonable. You know, we had a game in the beta and a match in the beta. Great hit. We had a match in the beta where it was where we played Burnley and there was 1 shot on target in the entire game, and I fucking loved it. But I know there'll be some people who'll be tearing their hair out going, game's broken. How can we only have 1 shot on target? It's like, but that's probably how the game went. It happens in real life. So yeah, we're not breaking this down at all. Ferris has had a great game, to be honest. Doesn't seem to happen on both sides. Yeah, maybe not. But I guess you only sort of pay attention because it's your own team, isn't it? So you're looking at what your team do and don't do, as opposed to what the opposition does. I think the opposition take more chances and more risks at this point as well now. They're set up better. That 3-4-1-2 is a nightmare. So many teams playing again. Yeah, exactly. And that's what makes it interesting though, because they're not just doing the same 4-2-3-1 formation anymore now. It plays like PvP is how it plays. So you know, you've got to look out. You've got to be reactive. You've got to try and change stuff off. Don't upset people very quickly as well. So quickly like that, but never mind. But yeah, it's the thing. You've got to be reactive. You've got to sort of like look at things and physically change the match as it's going on. So it's one of those things that we'll hopefully learn as the game goes. But you know what? I'm glad it's not fucking easy from day one, because that would be boring. You need to like sort of be able to get into trying to sort of like, you know, try and learn the game as you go. Like, you don't want to just have it be straight away going like, right, no, it's easy. Evening Pimp My FM. What's the British Steel Challenge? The British Steel Challenge is 32 trophies. England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. Got to win them all. That's what we're trying to do. Do you think you'll use a custom skin on this FM or keep the default one, asks Nick. I'll get a custom skin on the go. We're just waiting for the people who made them to get their skins knocked out. We usually use Renzi Dark, or we'll be looking at potentially Tato as well. So we'll see who's got what, and we'll go from there. So, but to be fair, the actual skin itself isn't too bad really. I think that's got to be the top priority. It's got to be centre half, hasn't it, really? Right back as well. That sort of seems to be about all we need, really. And I'll put a recruitment focus for... give me a striker, maybe? Could maybe argue a striker's not a bad idea. Maybe not a poacher, maybe a target forward, possibly. Let's do that. Alright, so that's the plan then, that's the plan. Jake Morrow's a shadow striker. He'll try and make tactics and delight. It's not plug and play. Yeah, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be plug and play either. It's just I don't see why. Look, I can see why people like plug and play, because the very nature of it, it makes the game playable for some people, you know. But for me, I think you've got to earn it. You know what I mean? Got to earn it. One thing I don't like is the striker almost never follows up with shot on goal. I can't say I've noticed that. I'll keep my eye out for that though. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. I've never considered looking for that. So, okay, that's on my radar now. And also, this is the thing as well, is that the more we talk about these things that we like and don't like, the more they become in our psyche. So we start to be like, yeah, that does happen. That happens all the time. Whereas normally it probably wouldn't happen, and you probably wouldn't have noticed it if you just play it on your own and you didn't mention it to anybody. So there's that to think about as well, you know. And also, you know, if we're on this small echo chamber of creators or people trying to sort of like play the game and make content on the game, if they're all talking about it, then we feel like everyone else is talking about it, when that's not necessarily the way, you know. Right, so we do have a transfer deadline, which is fast approaching. That probably means that we can't get loan players in after that time. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there is only... Oh, we've got a restricted window for free transfers only. Okay, so we can bring free transfers in, but I think we probably need to look at players long term. Marcos Francisco, Angolan player from Newry. Let's just look at all the players that are available for loan. Yeah, Saint Pulisic. Hello, Gouda. How are you? Welcome in. Lovely to have you in. Hope life's treating you well. 17-year-old defender, 18-year-old defender, 20-year-old defender, Dean Corrigan. He's wanted by someone else. That's not helpful, is it? Zach Delaney, 17 years old. Matthew King. Okay, let's do this by position. Gonna have to kind of start to act quickly as well to get a player, and I think even this deadline day we are gonna feel rushed a little bit. Henry McSkimming. Let's try to look for players who are slightly older than 17, you know. Aaron McKeown. Ryan Woods, 6'4", from Anna. Again, it's just trials in it. Trials and scouting. That's all we've got. Is there anyone who's unattached? Maybe. A couple of players we look like Crosby, Hughes. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. Text Mrs. J because I think it sounds like we've got a child awake. think it does sound like he's awake, so. Michael Denver's been on trial for a couple of weeks. I don't think he's going to make it. Chris Cowan has all the attributes rarely seen other players. He's a good player. Adam Campbell's good. Yes, he is. Banbridge's Ryan Wood's bid's been rejected. That's fine. It's not a problem. It's not a major problem, is what I mean. So we're playing Ballymacash Rangers. So this is what it's all about, isn't it? They're potentially going to be playing a 4-4-2, which is going to be good. It's nice to come up against something like that. Deep line playmaker, maybe. Croskery. Right. Still nothing else there. We can maybe look at playing left back. We've got loads of left backs. We just haven't got anybody who can play centre back. Right. Same side. They lost, unfortunately, in the last match, but they are going to have to go back out again because we don't have anybody new. We're underdogs against Ballymacash. I've never heard of Ballymacash, but I like them. I like them already. Excellently named club. They got win, a draw, and a loss in our first 3 games. Seems about right, isn't it? Trying out everything. They sit below us. They've got no points. We've got 1 point, so that's a positive for us. Home side in red and blue, so red and white stripes. Sorry, blue shorts. Very Atletico Madrid, and we're red and black. So very AC Milan or Bournemouth, as Rogie referred to them earlier. Ballymacash is 10 minutes walk from me. They don't pronounce it. They don't pronounce the Y. So Ballymacash. Oh, good save, Hunter. Yeah, this is the problem seeing them given. Like, I know my pronunciations are going to be fairly bad, unfortunately. So I apologise to anybody for things like that. The FA Cup draw looks pretty cool, like it did on TV. Yeah, to be fair, the presentation of stuff is definitely improving. And I know things like the Champions League and all that are just a novel. That's a penalty, ref, surely. Downey, Cowan, Gallagher deflects up. I thought that was a penalty. You rarely see a goalkeeper roll the ball out as well. The teams that tend not to make them do that, so it's a nice little animation. I know I shouldn't be surprised because it is a command, but just seeing them do it's interesting enough. Oh, that's poor. That's really poor. Oh, Hunter, what are you doing? This is shocking goalkeeping. We can clip this if you want. Gotta get a bigger hand on it. Come on, boys. What can we do from that? 6 minutes in. Oh! Get ourselves a goal at the near post, what we can do. McCavitt with the header. Now we're talking. We're back in. Great header as well. Hunter pumps it up front. Flicked onto nobody though. I'm not sure if I've got the right setup of strikers, to be honest. A pressing forward and a poacher doesn't seem to be giving me enough movement up front. Maybe I need a bit of a better balance or better players. Good ball on the top. There's McCavitt through again. Oof. Deflection out for a corner. Cowan's going to float it in, is he? McCavitt again with the header. Good save. Good save. Also as well, trying to work out, like, does comprehensive highlights work for people? Is key highlights better? Key highlights feels a little bit too short, to be honest, but sometimes comprehensive can feel like we're sat here for quite a while watching stuff that doesn't really add much to the game. But then again, we do sort of get a bit more flavour of how the team works and doesn't work. AF and PF works fairly well in the beta. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, we're extended. Sorry, yeah, not comprehensive. Yeah, we're extended. Yeah, AF and PF's pretty well. I think PFs are very good on this game this year. I think it's maybe McGrath who's not quite getting in and around. So maybe he's the issue. Fraser Lloyd won my first competitive game of the British Steel on penalties. Now need some kit. Best luck to remember what could have been with the mighty Swansea uni. Congratulations, Fraser. That's the thing. You've got yourself your first victory. Very, very proud of you. Very proud of you indeed. I appreciate the fact you're going to do this with me. It's good. At least I'm not doing it on my own. You know. But yes, get some sleep because you're going to need some, because it's going to be a long one, this one. Right, corner kick coming in. Downey now. Whips it in. Heads away. Croskery. Those people are available. Oh, Davidson's got so much space to run into. Good challenge by the OG. Oof. I mean, that was worrying. That was worrying. We should have been punished there. We should have been punished. If that was the other way around, if that was my team, you'd be shouting, going, that's a bug, that's a match engine bug. Because it's the other team, I'm more than happy with that to play out as it did. Go, poor decision making. We might need to step up a little bit because we're under a bit of pressure. See? Told you. Okay. Let's try to watch this as sort of, it's just all bodies in it. There's no skill involved in that. That's fine. There's no skill. It's just get the ball into the box and hope for the best, really. So let's take disciplined off. Let's press and counter and move up a smidge. Right. And then we maybe need to see, we can't really make any defensive changes because we don't have anyone who can play in a different position. So there's nothing we can really do. It's the best football game. Oof. Corner. Good effort from Cowan, mind. McGrath's struggling still. Cowan with the corner. Whips it in. Cleared. Right, let's get McGrath off for Cassidy. See if that works. Maybe go positive now as well. Got to try and chase it. I'm back. What have I missed? Well, we got beat again off Lough41. Rogie, we lost 4-1 in the cup. And we're currently losing to Balmacash Rangers 2-1 with a really scrappy goal in the to make it 2-1, and the keeper made a howler after 6 minutes to put us a goal behind. But the worrying thing is we're not really playing that badly. You know, we're just not very good. We're a team that's expected to struggle. We're playing fine. We just haven't really got the quality that's needed to get a win, you know. And it looks like they're going to hit us on the break here as well. Ball over the top. Davidson. Parker with a decent effort there. There's nothing we can really change at this point, is there? It's all over by the shouting. Which is alright, it's not, again, no, there you go, all done. I mean, that's an even match, that's a very, very even match, isn't it? Both teams an XG of 0.47, that tells you something, you know? It's okay. We tried our best. Media prediction for the season is finishing bottom, Gibbs. So we're already 3 places ahead of where we're expected to finish. So we're in for a tough season. We know that. And again, this save is long. The save is long. So again, it's not a concern at any point. Got pulled away. So the initial results looking like Lulu Booster, as expected. Well, unexpectedly, we won in the League Cup first round. Then we drew our first match of the league campaign. Then we lost in the second round of the McLean Cup, and we just lost in the second match of the league. But it was our first away game though, so that's interesting. Mr. Owens, hello, Mr. Owens. How the devil are you? Rich Owens, who I've now met in real life. So go and drop Rich Owens a follow if you don't already do so. How is life in Mexico, Rich? How's it going? As you can see, life in Northern Ireland is exactly as we'd expect. TTV Naughty, welcome in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you and your follow. 4 different formations. Which one do you think we'll settle on? We haven't played 4 different formations. We've played against 4 different formations. Yeah, we'll stick with 4-4-2 for now. But I just think that that we will slowly get our heads around what's going on. If we can get an extra player in before the deadline, that would be great. But if we can't, then it's not the end of the world, really. Just lacking a little bit. Centre half is of course a problem. We're obviously trying to bring a centre half in. At least I think we are. Sure we are. Did we try and bring a centre half in? Tell me we tried. Ian Curran. Did we put a bid in? We didn't put a bid in for him. Oh no, he wanted loads of money, that's the problem. Yeah. I was like, oh, that'll be good. But no, apparently not. So, tackling of 8. Marking of 12. I'm not sure. Mexico's trying. Abel Hernandez looks like he'd be a menace this year. Snapped his leg in game 2 out forever. Oh dear. That's not good, is it? You don't want that, Rich. That's horrible. That's horrible. And you can't save and reload that either because people have seen it. So that's definitely a thing you can't do. So you just gotta front up with that. Put him out for content. Yeah. And to be fair, Rogie, I did it. I nobbled him. I jumped into his stream and loosened a couple of studs for him, so he went over, and it was that was it. Gone. Yoni Jameson's at it again. Yeah. He's a horrible man, is Joni Jameson. Horrible man. He said, oh, this is funny. I said, it's not. You're ruining people's shows, lives, streams, all things. But yeah, as you can see, Rich, this is just as difficult as you'd expect. Tory Jameson, stop the yeah. Yeah, as you can see, this is just as frustrating as we probably expected it to be. Yeah, I can't. We're playing the police service of Northern Ireland next, so that's going to be a fun game. How do you go about improving the squad? I mean, centre back is the key thing right there. Centre back, it's everything I expected and so much more. 100%. And that's the good thing, though. That's the good thing that it's the same. Like, because I'd be worried if it wasn't. I'll be worried if playing the Garda next. Yeah, maybe. Elliot Owen from York. I mean, there's a bit of narrative. Sean Leopard from the Institute. Scout him. I mean, the director of football said he's worth a look. Now, I don't think we have a director of football, so that's interesting that he said that. Dean Corrigan. I mean, he's not 17, so we can maybe scout him quickly as well. £50 a week. He's wanted by Tobermory. He's wanted by Distillery. He's wanted by Port Stewart. He's definitely got some interest. Johnny Shepherd from York. Corey Smith, Peter Campbell. They're the suggestions. But let's have a look at Elliot then, right? See what he reckons. Because we can bring two lads in from York, then they can probably travel over together. Not interested. Excellent. So we can't trial any of those players. Brilliant. I was at Welders a few years back. They gave me a big Polish lad up top who was announced after the game he was wanted for driving offences. The team they were playing the next day, PSNI. I love that. That would be pretty good if that was a thing. Just like, yeah, really sorry, but turns out that you have 2 driving offences. Really? Have you worked that one out? Just you. Well, our opposition have done a scouting report on you, and it turns out that's the thing. So now Dean Corrigan starts to look a bit better than what everyone else is. High determination, tackling is reasonable, marking's reasonable, heading could be fine, work rate's really poor, but he's wanted by other clubs and he's a centre back. No fee, centre back. It's a no-brainer, innit? It's a no-brainer. Let's try and bring him in. It's not going to cost us anything. Then I think we definitely go for it. Obviously, then there's a chance of other people wanting to come in and try and take him away. Evening, Keithy McSee. How are you? Welcome in. It's nice to see you. So, PSNI first, then Loughall again. This time in the Middlester Cup. Transfer window closes at midnight, so we need to get a deal done. I mean, do we have anybody else in mind? That's the question. Do we have any positions we're desperate for? I mean, centre half is the thing, isn't it? Centre half's what we desperately need. And I don't think any of these trialists have really got enough to justify staying at the club. So I think even here, even this Crosby lad, not really got enough. Not really got enough. I mean, defence. I mean, he's got height, jumping reach is good, heading's good, marking's pretty good actually, tackling's good. Maybe. Not sure. Rich is doing well, so Keith's doing well, so he starts unemployed. Suffering at Swansea University. There you go. Not the only one who's doing that then. Evening, Slots, Cars, Gage. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Bill Cosby, yeah, that's right. Bill Cosby is the man we're trying to get signed in. It's a weird signing, to be honest. Wasn't surprised. I was very surprised that they went for him, but, you know. Apparently that was just a thing. They were just like, yeah, get him in, he'll be fine. Right, trials are finished. Distillery have made an offer for Lewis Hunter. Great. So, our best goalkeeper is now potentially on his way out to another team in our division. Brilliant. Brilliant. On transfer deadline day as well. And Corrigan's being linked with other clubs. Excellent. This save is already exactly what I thought it would be. Right, anyone? Unattached goalkeepers. At least there is some goalkeepers who look reasonable though. Like, is there? No, there's not. Is there? I've lied. These look terrible. Bill Cosby, Hulk Hogan, OJ Simpson walking the bar and get rapturous applause. But it's 1991 and nobody knew any better. This lad, I don't know. I don't think he's good enough, is he? Marking decent, determination decent, but apart from that, whatever you do, don't send a big grumpy Brazilian centre back on deadline day and break promises to them. I mean, unlikely that I'll be able to do it. I can try, but unlikely we'll get a Brazilian centre back in, Gib. I think. I'm all for it. I'm all for the idea though. Sleeved 99 possibly. Looking for an English lower league database for next save. Anybody know of one? The FM editor will be doing one very, very shortly. I believe that they're already on with it, so that's the one that I'd wait for personally. They normally sort of do it. It takes a couple of weeks after release, obviously, because they're very busy, very, very busy trying to make it all working. But yeah, that's the one that I'd go for. Right now, RC, welcome in. Appreciate the raid. That's very kind. Nice of you to stop in. Hope life's treating you good. Was a callback to the first Sunderland attempt. Yeah, oh, hey, yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. I'd forgotten about that. It's a weird, isn't it, how some memories you can repress and just blank it out. Just go, no, it never happened. Again, I don't think that was the entire problem. There was that one. There's many problems with Sunderland. Shane McKinney. Again, are we going to be able to do something there? Scotland's got the Moz has got the Scottish one. He was working on that this morning as well, so it'll definitely be out there pretty quickly. Right, so McKinney can come on trial. That's good. McGowan can come on trial as well. We're going to have to make a decision pretty quickly about these two players, though. Oh, yes. Hunter stays. That's what I'm talking about. The Gladiator. But yeah, let me know what your current saves are at the minute, everyone. If you're getting yourself set up, if you've not started yet, are you looking for some inspiration? Let us know. Elgin's a good one. Stream was shit. Tried defensive formations, lost all games. There you go. Happens. Turns out our defensive manager was trying something out for the journeyman, didn't work on the next one. That's the whole thing with the journeyman. You just keep going, just keep moving to the next club, and you're away. Dean Corrigan has gone to Queen's University, unfortunately, so missed out on him, sadly. Daniel Gordon. Relatively well-rounded for this sort of division. Good tackling, good marking, reasonable jump and reach. Acceleration's really poor though. Really poor. Rade started last night with Wrexham. It's going okay. Nice. Wrexham's a good setup, to be honest. Wrexham's a good setup. You know, got a few quid in the bank, so always worth a little look at. Got some good players as well. Connor Gormley can play out everywhere. Kicks, I simulated 1 year in the future. Hope Chievo Verona was promoted to the 3rd division, and it's happened. Nice. Imagine Chievo Verona. Lovely, lovely. Very nice indeed. Everyone forgets about Newport since Wrexham and Disney. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of good teams down there in the in the National League, which are a great team, great side to manage. But I think that the issue is that when you get a story like Wrexham, then of course it creates interest for people to go and manage. So that's the thing. Like they'll just instantly jump on it and be like, right, yeah, let's do it. You know, and that's saw with Newcastle last year, didn't it? You know, you get a bit of money in a league, and all of a sudden everyone's all over it. So there is that. I mean, you know, not necessarily a way that I'd manage personally, but I had a look at Wrexham last year for the start, for the first challenge in the Discord, and it was fun. It was fun. I didn't spend any money, so it didn't make any difference. But yeah, there we were doing our thing. Dean Gripton, how are you, buddy? Welcome. A pleasure meeting you last night properly in real life. Hope life's treating you well, my friend. Hope your headache's okay today. Hope your head's fine. Hope you're enjoying FM23 and got yourself a good save on the go now. So I know it's difficult when you're working hard on the game, but here we are. Banbridge is fine. Banbridge is exactly what we expected. We're expected to finish bottom, and we are doing our best to meet those expectations pretty quickly. So we'll be there or thereabouts. I think we'll be there or thereabouts. It's going to be tough. We're 10th, but we're on the same points as the team who are bottom. But we've also got to play PSNI next, so we shall see. You've not had a chance to start the game yet. Yeah. I can imagine not. You've been a busy man. You've been a busy man, haven't you? Bearded child doing a journeyman, not allowed to take over teams that have never won a top flight before. Got a job at Slaven Belupo, rock bottom of Croatian Premier League after 12 games. Fun times are coming. That sounds decent. That sounds pretty decent, actually. Quite like that. Heading off. No worries at all, Rogie. You take it easy, my man. We'll see you soon. Pleasure. Haven't watched football in over 10 years. I love management games. Rade, you're not too dissimilar to myself, to be honest. I'm not massively. I don't watch a lot of football these days, to be honest. But hey ho, it's one of those things. Lackalosian, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. Looking for the Journeyman over the weekend. Yeah. Journeyman's a good saves. As I say, this is that's where it's fun, because you just go wherever, you know. Go wherever, create your stories, weave your storylines, and just, you know, see what happens at the end of the day. I mean, yeah, Curran would have been good, but Curran also decided he didn't want to play for us because he wanted more money. So that was a shame. Managing Bournemouth, my left back's just scored a hat-trick. Nice work, John Lee. This looks like an epic save. We've got to tag along. I appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. It feels like an epic save. It might go terribly wrong, but we will see. All we can do is hope. So yeah, if you are in the chat and you think this sounds like a fun save, do feel free to drop a follow on it. We'll be streaming tomorrow night. Because of course tomorrow night is Wednesday, which is Football Manager show day. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. In fact, there you go. Dan Reese has just mentioned. It was lurking earlier. Great same idea. Looking forward to following. Also want to say great job for myself and RDF on the Football Manager show. So as I say, that is tomorrow. Tomorrow that drops out. Was the over/under sackings versus trophies. In terms of odds, I don't know, Gabe. I think most people are expecting me to get single trophies. So, although actually, in the day, no, you know what? That's not actually right. I think more people have gone for. I mean, a quick little total up here. Some people have gone for pretty big numbers here. For expectations. Yeah. some decent expectations here. Only one person's gone for none. So I'll take that. Only one person. I think more people maybe mean it, have maybe sort of like muttered it under their breath and just went, he's not going to get anything. He's not going to do anything at all, is he? Let's be honest. But yeah, that's the thing. So maybe that's where we're going. Lough41, I did a trans-European journeyman last year and it took me 3 jobs to get going. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, but this is the thing. Like, this is all what it's about, isn't it? Like, it's meant to be a hard save. So let's make it. Let's work for it. You know, don't think things are easy. Easy's boring. Banbridge are a bad lot. What made you go with them? They're 40-minute drive from me. That's Boom Day's device. Well, we have to basically win everything, so we had to pick someone in Northern Ireland, and we started the save unemployed, and the job was available. So we went in there, and they offered us the job. So it was that or Swansea Uni. So we've ended up going to Northern Ireland first. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I'll keep saying it, and eventually I'll believe it. So what happened to Sunderland? Sunderland is going to go for YouTube, Bradley. It was just for the beta alone. So I'm going to keep it going. And I'll play that offline and upload the end of season updates. So we did the end of season 1 update, and that's up there on YouTube now. So go and have a look for it. And I've also got the Villa one to do as well. So a couple of bits and pieces to sort of go for YouTube, and then we'll do some like edited highlights for this, whether it's stream highlights or end of season highlights. Probably end of season highlights, I'd imagine. We'll do that for a little review. So again, we will start putting some more stuff out on YouTube this year, because we kind of have to, really, to be honest. So yeah, I enjoyed the Sunderland save. I was getting into it. I was like, this is great. But yeah, and then of course last weekend was a little bit busy, getting prepped for FMT live, so we didn't really have time to keep going for it. So which is a shame because I think there's a good youth out there as well. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Kieran Curran develops. And as we said earlier on in the chat tonight, he would be brilliant in this save. So if we could have had him, that would have been brilliant. But we haven't. Here's Croskery inside to McGrath, deflects up over the top. Basically going to play the game for 12 days with all the saves you're doing. Yeah, well, yeah, probably. Like, but these are all short things. Like, so Sunderland and Villa are only like sort of 3 or 4 seasons, maybe max, because it's just to have some sort of content on YouTube, and then the rest of it is just going to be this. We'll have the athletic community challenge as well. They'll be launched, but yeah, I'm not doing like last year we did like a monthly challenge every month in the Discord, so I'm not going to have that going on, but we will have little bits and pieces to sort of like splatter around YouTube. You're a Sunderland fan in real life, so it was a good watch. Oh, that's cool, Bradley. That's cool. Appreciate that. How are you finding the club this season? Do you think we're going to do all right, or is it going to be a bit of a slog? Finns, do you have to win the trophies with Banbridge, or can you move on to another team? Say we're overachieving and Linfield offered you the job and wanted that. Could you go and do it? Yes, you could. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter who you manage. You just have to win the trophies. So you're right, we can move around as freely as we like. So, for example, with Swansea Uni, for example, if we'd have taken that job, say we'd have been promoted from Cymru South, got in there and thought there's no chance we can win Cymru Premier with Swansea Uni, yeah, look for a better club. Yeah, as you say, and then let's say so someone at Linfield here would be the perfect side to try and take over in Northern Ireland. Kev Lewis, appreciate the follow, very kind, thank you. Jack Hobbs has started his main save with Wrexham and just signed John Bostock. Get in. Bradley doesn't mind a survival scrap as long as we build on last season's promotion. You know what? 100% agree. And I think that the vast majority of the fans are in the same space, aren't they? Really. And Monkey, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. That's very kind. Yeah, as long as the players have a bit of fight and they give it an effort and they try their best, then that's all the Sunderland fans want with anything, really. And I think there's some sets of fans and media just seem to forget that. We don't want success. We just want 11 players to try. And to try as much as every single fan would try. You know. You found a young goalkeeper, but he's not much of an improvement on what you've currently got. Rory Crowther. Okay, where's Rory Crowther at? McCavitt intercepts. Ball's played through. McCrory. McGrath goes down. Penalty? No, apparently not. Scrappy goal, but we'll take it. Downey gets it against the Polis. I mean, we'll take that. We'll absolutely take that. Kev, Sunderland supporter as well. I just want to get settled in for the Championship for a bit. Yeah, exactly. There's no rush to do anything else, is there? It's all about restabilising and getting used to being back in there. You know, have a couple of seasons in the Championship and then start going, right, now it's time to make a move in the Championship. You don't want to be pushing anything too far, because otherwise it's like we've been there before. We know what happens, and it's just that thing going like, let's not rush anything. Did you this one expansion pack for these leagues? No, this is just all leagues that are in the box as soon as you load the game up, so it's nothing outrageous. We've got the we loaded some background leagues as well, things like Germany, France, Italy, just so there's some more players that are sort of like coming sort of like in the future, so be interesting. QWY is saying season's end Norwich will be looking at Nottingham Forest like told you. Yeah, in what sense? Sorry, I was in for overspending in the Premier League. Oh, what a goal, Chris Cowan. That's what we're talking about. This dodgy goalkeepers thing's a thing, innit? Weird how FM goes 6-match winning streak followed by no wins in 5. Yeah, 100% would you? But again, you get a little bit like that in real life as well. If you go up straight away, relegation is a huge possibility. Oh, 100%. Straight back down. Because the squad we've got right now is not a bottom of the Premier League squad. It's a bottom of the Championship squad. There's some good players in there, don't get me wrong, but you need to do a Nottingham Forest and put 30 new players in. But at the same time, you don't need to do that because it's a stupid idea. You need to build slowly and start to improve as you go through. Otherwise, it's just carnage. Love you can see the big difference between the leagues. Yes, I completely agree, Arne. Completely agree. I love all this. I love all this lower league stuff. Like the match engine for me. When we're playing, when we did the beta as Arsenal for those couple of streams that we played, I didn't like it. Right? I didn't like it. This I like. I like this. Chaos Ball works well for us with players with really bad attributes. Great ball at the top. There's Cassidy away. Brings it down. Cross scurry. Like, I want to see players over dribble. Cowan gives it away. Oh, he's got it through again. Oh. There we go. 3-0. That should be enough. A little bit of perseverance from Cowan there. Got the club back. Bad owners, player didn't want to play for the badge. Yeah, 100%. And hopefully onwards and upwards, Bradley. Hopefully onwards and upwards. And, you know, we can push on and start to, like, you know, be a football club again. And then, after that, the club shop might open. So, who knows what will happen. Crazy things. Balls over the top. Cochrane. Oof. Off the crossbar. Interesting ball through there. Let's go balance now. We don't need to be doing too much. 5 minutes left. Theoretically, at 3-0 up, we should be okay. Ish. Oh. Right, let's... Where's Dollingstown in the league? Well, we drew 0-0 with Dollingstown in the in the first match actually, so we'll show you in a wee second. Can't wait till season 3 of Sunderland Till I Die. Yeah, it's going to be fun, isn't it? It's going to be fun. I know. Yeah. Well, we can't comment upon that. Lough41. Yeah, the colour of the kits. Or sign Malone. I mean, I don't know if you expected how much money we've got. Dollingstown are currently second bottom. We're now up into 6th. So I'm not sure how much money we're expected to have. I've got a feeling it's probably not going to be enough. Or sign Malone from the police. We can have a look. Oh, that's you. Oh, you're actually in the game. Okay, let's have a little look then, shall we? That's a great result. Let's see. Come back and I'm winning a game. I know, Jaden. I know. Who'd have thought? Right, let's have a look then at this Dollingstown team. So where's Malone? I hate to break it to you, but you... Oh, there you are. Dale Malone. Is this you? Is this you over here? 31-year-old winger? Very quick. You're very quick indeed. That is you. Excellent. Okay, dribbling's pretty handy. Pacey, decent off the balls. I mean, we can... You've only just turned up, though, so you've got no stamina. That's a good point. No stamina. You can't be asked very often, can you? You know, work rate 1 to 8. Ian Jebaru, how are you, my man? Pleasure to see you here. Big shout, of course, for Jebaru, the man who was instrumental in last night's show, getting it all put together. But you know what? You're pretty versatile, though, mate. You're pretty versatile. So maybe, will you do anything though? Because you're on a amateur contract. Will you move? Will you move for nothing? You got no interest at all. Under any circumstances. So I'll pop you on the short list, because we may have to come back to you, but at the minute you seem very happy at Dollingstown. So it's nice to have you in though, genuinely. It's a pleasure. But look at that, we're up to 5th. Press is still hating us. Mbappe in disguise. The 3rd division in Northern Irish football's Mbappe. But it's cool that you're in the game, though, man. It's cool that you're in the game. Who are you currently managing in your save? Are you managing yourself, or have you taken on a different role? £45 there for winning this match. We're in the money. £15 for a draw. £45 for a win. It's lovely. I was going to say you can't put a price on that, but you genuinely can. Dan Smith has left Banbridge. We're not going to talk about Dan Smith at this point. Playing Loughhall again. Here's the data hub. Yes, that's right, because we absolutely need the data hub at this level. Ian Curran still probably not going to talk to us. Oh, he might do now, but he still wants £120 appearance fee. We can offer £1. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, is it? I think we're a little bit... I think we're not in the same ballpark here, really. We're looking for something different right now. Anderson's not doing particularly well. We know that. Yeah, I think McGrath's not playing very well. McHavitt's playing very good though, and Crossgray's playing very good. So, could probably agree on that. Brendan Montgomery, not very good. Not very good as a director of football. It's alright. Who are we going to praise? We're praising McGavitt, because he's playing well. Praise recent form. Good, he's happy. Is Crossgray doing okay? Crossgray's doing pretty well as well. So he's going to be happy to be praised. Excellent stuff. And then, of course, we want to give McGrath a bit of a kick up the backside because he's not doing particularly well. Good. He's taken that. He's taken that well, to be honest. Right. Lock all again. We lost 4-1 last time we played them. And I think we lost 4-2 in the 4-2 in the testimonial. So it's the third time we played this team already. Then we play Limavady, then we play Queens, and then we're into the Intermediate Cup first round. So I'm not saying there's like loads of pressure, but there's loads of pressure right now at this point for interesting stuff to happen. So just quickly swig some more of this. Right, so Bally Money have taken our young goalkeeper, so fair enough. He was only a backup anyway, so it's not a major. He's decided to go, so that's fine. That's fine. Sean Leopard, they're saying is definitely worth a look at. Can't get him on loan now because the transfer window's passed. Fine. Just gonna have to go with it, aren't we? Just gonna have to go with it. McGrath can come out then because he's not playing particularly well. What I might do is I might put an extra midfielder in because we'll maybe drop to play like that. In fact, actually, let's do it that way. Set midfielder on attack, maybe. Do that. So I think that's maybe going to be slightly better because then at least we can sort of like try and hang on, I suppose, really. We'll see. Cressy JDC, appreciate the follow, by the way, and as well for QWY as well. Appreciate that. Should be able to throw in a ham sandwich for your appearance fee. Well, we could try and get that sandwich going in. See if that helps. Lily Booster, so pleased tonight. I was apprehensive about FM23 hearing streamers negative for the last 2 weeks, but have to say the match engine improvements are massive. Really enjoying the ricochet, improved goals, etc. To be honest, Lily Buster, I thought that it was going to be as it is. Like, I think once you find context with it, yes, managing Arsenal is going to look different to managing Banbridge, but I was kind of all right with that. Like, and I knew that was going to be the situation anyway. I think that, again, the issue from a lot of like streamers and creators they were making a lot of noise early because of how much we play the game and how we have to sort of like sit and analyze stuff with an entertainment head on, like, you know. And it's one of those things. Whereas when you're playing on your own, you probably don't really notice as much. You're probably not that fussed. So it's just one of those things. But I'm just like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I can't make the game better. So if I'm happy to put the hours in, which I still will be, then I'll still play it. It's not a problem. The issue might be is if the board confidence thing's still a problem, but even then, it's all part and parcel of the narrative of a long-term save which we play. So again, these sorts of issues may not affect me directly. Granted, things like last year with the dynamic youth rating, it did affect the builder nation, so we sacked it off. You know, it's all just down to what you look at, to be honest. And yeah, there'll be issues, but there's issues in real life. Like, you know, some defenders just make ridiculous mistakes in real life, and strikers make ridiculous movements in real life. It's, if anything, the fact that there is issues is actually representative of real football. If it was perfect, you'd be going, that's not the game we watch every single week. Oh, does that make sense? Corner kick. A lot of streamers just make noise to promote themselves. Could be right. You could be right, Zai. You could be onto something. I'll probably be sacked at Ajax tomorrow. Oh! OG Gallagher gets his head on it. Happy you don't follow the general moan. There's no point, Zar. At the end of the day, like, what's the point of moaning? What's the point of moaning? Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm too old to be whinging on about stuff like that. So I'm aware it's a game. I play it like a game. Well, I try and play it like real football. That's the problem, which is where my issue is, rather than playing it like a game. And yeah, we just have fun. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And most of the time, any issues are my fault. So that's a stupid. See, for that, I guess, is the issue. You know, but that's just a stupid player thing. Why he's got the wrong side and then decided to push, I've got no idea. Ridiculous. You don't like it, don't buy it. Exactly. You know, gets the clicks. Yeah. But as you say, I'm not the sort of person that does that. So happy with that so far. Happy with that. A bit too old for all that stuff as well. Yeah, exactly. Balls over the top. There's McKevitt. It's through. Yes. McKevitt gets it. Lovely finish. Lovely finish indeed. Oh, ball over the top. It's a good finish. It's a very good finish, isn't it? Yeah, we like. Right, we are potentially sitting comfortable. Downey, ooh, it's not bad effort, was it? Come on, then, Downey, whip the ball in. Good ball, good header away. Downey, inside. Cowan floats it over. What are you doing, Snowden? Snodden, I should say, sorry. Nodded down, Ferris. Oh, goes close. Diallo is brilliant on this game. He's absolutely superb, by the way. Yeah, he scored a lot of goals for us, obviously, last season when we had him in the beta. As a prime moaner, definitely doesn't get the clicks. You're tagging it wrong, Gib, because you know that the things you're doing are going to get clicks. You must be tagging it wrong. Yeah, his mentals aren't the highest, so I'm not going to call him out like that. Are we talking about the lad from Donningstown? Yeah. McCavitt, great diving header to try and get the ball away. Upton, good save. That's what we want. Yeah, I think the thing is, I think that they can probably. They'll probably either put him to a top of the Championship side or a bottom Premier League side. So I think he's probably ready for that step up now. Either the top half of the table or, as I said, bottom half of the Premier League. So he'd learn more in the bottom half of the Premier League, but I don't think he's going to play in the bottom half of the Premier League really going forward. So yeah, if we can get him for another year, that'd be great. But who knows? Cross scurry up over the top. Not quite there for McKevitt. Good ball. Oof. I mean, we're just about hanging in there, aren't we, with the one up front? Just about. Macaulay-Itis has come off for Masterson. Do we make a change? I'm reluctant to make a change. We heard Zealand say, isn't it Taunton something? Taunton, maybe? Is that right? Edgar, strange decision. Really bad decision. Really bad decision. I mean, a crazy diving header. What's he playing at? What's he playing at? Evening Sports Mad, welcome in, welcome in. We have started the British Steel. We're in Banbridge in Northern Ireland, and we've just thrown away a 2-1 lead against Lough41 in the cup. So it might be heading to extra time unless we can get something from this. We've looked pretty good in this game, to be honest. Taunton out of time rival, is that right, Nathy? There you go, that's it, isn't it? It's going to be, I think I saw you actually post a tweet about that. So, yeah, good to have you in. Good to see you, buddy. Big shout for Nathy, of course. British Steel, the furnace has been lit. I think, well, maybe. I think we're definitely doing something here. Great challenge by Edgar. He's thrown himself in again. He's the reason that they've equalised, but he's still not stopping. He's changing for Harbour. I know it's a right back playing there, but they are probably targeting him. McCavitt's doing a decent job up front his own. Cowan holds it, launches it. Was in this morning watching it with my dad and had him hooked. Oh, in this, you were in there this morning. Nathan, nice. I didn't realize your dad was in as well, but bless him. Say hello to Father Nathan. I makes him sound like a reverend there. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, it's good. If he's in and he's hooked, get him following it. That's what we want. It's gonna be a long save, lots of stuff to look forward to. So yeah, make that happen. Yeah, what's your save this year, then, Nathan? You sticking with FM? Or are you mixing it all up again? Hunter launches it. Nodded down. McCavitt gives the ball away. Starting to flag a bit, I think, McCavitt. So I might have to look to try and bring him off. It's purely a fitness thing. It's definitely not a performance thing. Do we keep him on because he is the better player? I mean, do we take the free hit because it's the cup and go, if we get knocked out, we get knocked out? Here's McGarry. It's a good ball in. Oof. Nearly. Again, do we look to step up or not? It looks like a holy man and Trevor McDonald doing Western again. Nice. Once the lower league database drops, doing the stuff with the club again. Yeah, that makes sense, man. If you've got access to the club, then I think, why not? Why would you not do it? I guess that's the thing in it. So you might as well get it sorted. Especially if you become you become synonymous with that thing as well, don't you? So if you get the access, then it's kind of the holy grail, isn't it? It's what creators want. They want access to the club. Right, got the McGavity's coming off now because he's just knackered. He's absolutely knackered. Campbell up top. So we've already griefed McGrath in the week. Balls over the top. Defender's not got there. 3-2. We've pushed them. At least we had a goal. We've had a goal. It's just tiring, isn't it? Snodden rolled again. So Snodden's been at fault for 2 goals there. But we don't have another centre-back. We don't have any more. He's the best centre-back we've got, and he's made 2 huge mistakes in this match. And there's 1 cup we're not winning. I think it's the 2nd cup we're not winning, Dean. It's all right. It's all right. It'll be fine. Again, it'll be boring if we won the cup in the first season, wouldn't it? Although we did have a thing, and I think people did say there was going to be nothing. There was going to be nothing already to win this year. So, oof. I mean, we've not been. I was going to say we don't deserve to lose 4-2 at all. Miles offside. Yeah, there's like 4 cups I think already, Dean. So we've played in something already. I think we got knocked out, which again I think it's like these are like the first round. So again, expectations are to finish bottom of the league. So I don't really expect us to be winning these tournaments just yet and these cups. So anything we get at the moment is a bonus. Can't get promoted if there's a cup. You can't win due to not being in the league next season. It's building for the future, season 1. Yeah, exactly. And then some of these cups are regionalised as well, so we're not going to be able to win them all with the same team. So we tried. I thought it was fairly decent, really. 3-2 defeat. Took them extra time. It was a shame to let that second goal in, but hey ho, it's one of those, isn't it? Just it happens. We will learn from it. We'll bounce back. So yes, we've already lost in the Bet McLean Cup again against Loughall, and we lost against the Mid Ulster Cup. So we've gone to extra time for them both, and extra time when we beat Tobermory. So we're not getting walked over, which I guess is the important thing, right? That's the important thing. We're not getting walked over. We are pushing teams and making it difficult. So we'll see how we get on. It's going to be one of those things where as I say, we're in for a long haul. So don't expect it to be easy overnight. It's going to be one of those things. It's going to be fine. What we're going to do now is though we're going to go and. I'm going to call it a night, I reckon, and we will give it to Mr. Maggio, so go and have some fun over there. We'll be back tomorrow, I think, and as I say, Football Manager Show will be out tomorrow as well, so keep your eyes peeled on that. Do go and give Mr. Maggio some love, make sure you follow him, and come back tomorrow for more. It's been fun. Take care. See you all soon. Bye now.
I used to do, in fact. I haven't done this for a long time. Tony